Morning. How are we all? Ready for some career action? Give you some background music. Morning, Lemon. Morning, Andra. YouTube stream's going up now. I can't do any of the music on YouTube because it gets DMCA'd super hard, and then YouTube make me fill in some mandatory training. But YouTube will be up now for you. Oh, thank you, Lilandi. Thank you for the prime. All right. I see a few people talking about fantasy. You're 7th behind Kunter? Fuck. Wait, where am I? I thought I did okay. Thank you, Fire Surge 21. Back-to-back primes. Yeah, because my what? 20.5, 18. 25.5. We've Kennex yet to play. Great to break even on his first game. Alright, I was 298 before. I'm now... Ooh, 171! Alright, we're climbing. We're climbing. Alright, if we can break top 100, I'll be really happy. Morning, DD. Morning, Red Eyes. Morning, Pack. Wait, is that apply? Did I just go... Oh, fuck, apply's beating me. Oh, he went checkmate. Ah, he's going to get gapped by my double GK. I just know it. Just know it. Infected. Right, who's top of a... Who's top of the charts? Wylor. Yeah, the Painkiller, Wamone, Rocket, Landon UV. It's a tasty looking team, isn't it? Kiteki. Similar team, but also has for sugar-free sweep. Tilt. Similar teams, isn't it? The Rocket Wamone combo. Look how many Rocket Wamones we've got here. Rocket Wamone, Rocket Wamone, Wamone. Painkiller, Painkiller, Painkiller. Oh, look at Ultraviolet. Step 1, sign yourself. Step 2, play Baptiste for good stats. Step 3, become top 10. Painkiller also in the sign yourself mantra. I hear music. Yeah, so I think we're just going to be I'll show you the games today. It is, because it is, Andra's right, it's El Clasico. We do that so you can see the schedule. So we get Vesta versus Old Ocean first, which is a bit of a bottom of the table clash. I'd make Old Ocean favourites. Vesta are still in a classic Vesta situation where they've not won a game. Old Ocean have won 2 games and are currently in 7th place. There's a big difference between 6th and 7th place in terms of how your seeding in the last chance qualifier works. Because if you are 6th, you start in the upper bracket. If you are 7th, you start in the lower bracket. So it's literally the difference between having 2 lives and 1 life. And 2 is greater than 1 in this instance and many such cases. So Old Ocean with a win today, by any margin win today puts them back into that spot, right? So if you're a Poker Face fan, you are hoping for Vesta to do something they've not achieved so far in this stage and win a bloody game. If you're an Old Ocean fan, nice and simple. Just want them to win. Just win. Then we get Crazy Raccoon versus Falcons, El Clasico. You thought Old Ocean Vesta was El Clasico? No. I mean, it'll get there. It might get there, but not just yet. Okay, so then we have 3 teams confirmed in our top 4 for seeding. Crazy Raccoon, AG, and T1. The order of this could change, but the order's not the most consequential thing in seeding. It determines map pick more than anything else. Or who gets first map pick, rather. Morning, Gugaton. Morning, LeBron. But it's undecided who the 4th team in seeding is. Is it going to be Falcons or Zeta Division? Once again, these 2 teams fighting it out for 1 spot. But Zeta Division, they played all their games. Zeta Divisions have given everything they've got, which turned out to maybe not be enough. Falcons, all they need, even if they lose today, they can go, let's say they lose, they go 5-3. Let me use this pen instead. They go 5-3, but all they need is better map differential. So map differential makes all the difference, right? So if they get -3, let's say Falcons get 3-0 today, they'll go to +3 with Zeta Division. If that happens, it goes to head-to-head because they're tied on match record, they're tied on map record. So the head-to-head, Zeta Division won. So if Crazy Raccoon 3-0, Zeta Division make top 4. If Falcons take just a map, just a single map, they will do enough to secure themselves top 4. So it is in Falcons' hands. It's within their control. One OWCS lights. A classic UB situation, yeah. A classic, just one map to save the day. And that's going to be our second game of the day. As we get the walkouts here from Vesta. And now, this feels like probably the time we've watched Crazy Raccoon versus Falcons, where there's been the biggest divide, I think, in perceived form or current power level between Falcons and Crazy Raccoon. This feels like Falcons are way further off a pace than they have ever been in the last sort of 2 years. But they always do find a way to step up against Crazy Raccoon. The games always end up being a little bit closer than maybe you expect. So if we get that, to be honest, like I said, all they need is a map, right? In reality, they still want to win the series. These are teams of heated rivals, really. But the minimum they need is a map. Needs new jerseys. Did Old Ocean wear this yesterday? Or earlier this week? Or are these brand new? Kind of like them, actually. Yeah, they wore these yesterday. I just have no memory. Quite nice, though. You bought pizza? Fuck, I'm hungry. But I need to not eat egregious. Just 1 week of not eating egregiously. And then I eat all the food I want. Did I see this? Let's have a look. Old Ocean players shared their gratitude for fan support in a recent video. Old Ocean has been operating without an official sponsor, relying entirely on out-of-pocket contributions from its players. To help with costs, the team opened up fan donations via Twitter. And in just 3 days, fans raised approximately 20 million, is it won? Korean won? About 8,700 USD to support players and staff. Old Ocean are currently looking for an official sponsor. That's crazy. That's loads. I wonder if they've got all these jerseys, hey? Cash money. Maybe I should do that. I guess that is also actually just all I do.
오늘의 첫 번째 경기 VC 성남과 올드오션의 경기 시작 전 각 팀의 대표분들과 함께 인터뷰 진행해 보도록 하겠는데요. 먼저 VC 성남 만나보도록 하겠습니다.
네, 안녕하세요. VC 성남 감독 독수입니다.
네, 독수 감독님 반갑습니다. 자, 그렇다면 올드오션도 만나볼까요?
Yeah, to be fair, Jae-hong is about as popular as you can probably get, right, in terms of storied Korean player. That will be here when the games start. I think he was playing like Stadium. He's normally playing Stadium or something at this time. That's normally his go-to. Might be stupid, but what the standings look like if Falcons take a map and T1 3-0? So if T1 3-0, they'll go to 6-2 and they'll go to +10. So T1 can't move up. Yeah, it will stay the same. It will stay the same. When T1 3-0. I mean, T1 T1 have actually already qualified, because originally it was like I thought they would have to win both games to seal the deal, but they're actually really fine, because Zeta and AG still had each other to play.
선수들이 승부욕이 강하다 보니까 지난
So it feels like if Crazy Raccoon lose 3-0, they don't go down.
오늘은 좀 승리를 따지 않을까.
If T1 win 3-0, they don't go up. So this order seems pretty fixed between Crazy Raccoon, AG, and T1. If Falcons were to win 3-0, they would go above T1 if T1 didn't win. So yeah, there's actually very little movement here, but I don't think the order's too important for these top four, really.
다음을 위해서는 3대 0으로 이기기를 바라고 있습니다.
Yeah, like because if Falcons win 3-0, they could go to +9, right? So if T1 were to lose by any margin or something like that, there is a scenario where Falcons can move above T1, but again, I don't think, like, if you look at the seeding tournament, what's going to happen when these four teams go into it is they're just going to play a round robin against each other, you know? So there's going to be, each team is going to play each other team. So the only difference the seeding is going to make is who gets first map pick, which is important, but I don't think it's the end of all. It's not do or die, really. As long as you're in the seeding tournament, that's the big advantage. Oh, okay, OWCS first map. Top 2 in seeding guarantees you top 4, which means you qualified. Yeah, but my point is, sorry, top 4 in group stage doesn't mean anything. Like, the order of these 4 teams doesn't do anything except for determine first map pick. Once you get here, obviously, this bit is important because you get, like, a better spot in the bracket. You get, like, straight to the semi-final. But this bit that we're sort of, like, you know, today's results are going to determine is only going to help with map pick and stuff. But realistically, Zeta or Falcons barnstorm the last chance qualifier. Yeah. But they should. But it's also, it's like an unnecessary scary thing. Do you think you can make your Twitter profile picture an emote? Yeah, I'll put it on a list painkiller. Why not? It can't be that hard, right? It's just the SSG image, right? I save image as. So yeah, let me go to Twitch. It's probably not going to be the right size. Content, community, your rewards, emotes. At. Alright, it's not even finding it. Alright, the answer's yes, but maybe it will take a while. Let me see if my mods can sort it. Any chance to turn this into an emote type thing needs to be less than 1 megabyte. And either 112 times 112 to be between 112 times 112 and 4096. Who's uploading a 4096? So basically square. Here we go. On it, PK.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are we?
Yeah, alright. Probably got just under 6 hours, which isn't too shabby.
Those are good numbers. Respectable numbers. Oh, my webcam's up. You want to throw some numbers at me?
29, 28, 27, 26, 25,
just insane.
24. Beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Alright. Old Ocean playing for a slightly better position in the last chance qualifier bracket. Actually a pretty significantly better one because it's the difference between starting upper bracket and lower bracket once you get over to that. And we're immediately into a pause. False start.
False start, G-Man 3975. Thank you very much for the tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. YouTube stream live for all those ad-averse souls out there, if you even care. But yeah, Cold Ocean is going to dominate here. I am a huge believer in Cold Ocean right now. They have been just putting in the work day after day. And Rujay Hong, he never ceases to impress. I had a word with Craig yesterday and asked if they could put Cold Ocean's games later so that homosexual could actually watch the games.
Good idea.
And in response, Craig has once again given Cold Ocean the first game fixture. It makes sense though, because Jae Hong needs to get to bed early.
Ziz sent me the thing where obviously Old Ocean are not a sponsored team, so they opened up fan donations and they made $8,700 in 3 days.
How much?
8,700 US dollars. Or, you know,
Okay, that's more than what. That's probably more than what Zeta Division is getting paid to play the game professionally. Like,
yeah, but what you have to have though is you need the Jaehong star power, right? That's like a lot of star power, and that is hard to match.
do you think we could do that with our team, like Space Station Gaming? If we ever find ourselves unemployed, let's just do like a little crowdfunder. It's like, hey, we've got Lenny on our team. You all love Lenny, right? Friend of PGE. Please, 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 let's raise some money.
Get one of those sort
social
of
capital this peak.
Get PGE to film yourself a little advert in black and white with some sad music behind. See if we can.
Allow me to just play the world's smallest violin right now for Jaehong.
All right. Unpause, and it's going to be a Diva, a Brick ban, and a Sig ban here. Obviously, Sungan has been leaning into a lot of the Sigma here, so Old Ocean going to take that option away immediately. Brick ban on the other side is going to force Juno Kiri out of Old Ocean here, so expect Kivas to be playing quite a lot with Becky. Kivas has been getting through a lot of work on here, but really for Old Ocean, it is a double flex support lineup they have, so they are more than happy to lean into this version of the competition. For now, though, Suck on the low ground. Zessin playing the opposite side, trying to connect a couple of these bolts across the map. First one is good, but no follow-up. Both will reset, as now we're going to get a very long first fight, as both tanks can anchor this for a long time.
Yeah, I really do feel as if Search and Sungan need to step it up in this matchup. The Juno Kiri, they can be caught out by the Lucio Diva going for a hard push. Up on the high ground though, Jaehong, he gets caught out. Oh my god, just unscope shoot him. What are you doing? Guy goes for 2 bolt shots and misses them when the Juno is quite literally 1 HP. And instead, Sungan in main, just taking a beating. They need to close the gap onto one of these supports trying to take the side. But it looks like Vesta are playing a very front-to-back game in a comp where you simply cannot win by playing front-to-back. Old Ocean, if they just flank and take the side space, there we go, that's better. Sungan catches Kivis over on the side, gets away from the center of the point, and now Old Ocean, they're being collapsed on from the sides. Vesta losing player after player as the flankers close in. Search takes down Garoon, and Old Ocean are all dead. Cap goes back over to Vesta. I think it's a very awkward map for Old Ocean to play this comp. High gay on top.
Yeah, they want to play it nice and wide, to try and play for Becky and Kivitz to find a lot of value on all of this. But the problem is, Vesta's comp, it's designed to move around very quickly, high mobility, so Sungan has all these opportunities there if the Tracer and the Kiri go too wide, just to fly and mark that. You see again the formation, Old Ocean using this 3-2 to try and get in here. But if Vesta can spot this split, and they move too far up this Tracer-Kiri pair, it's got a great opportunity to punish. Befreem's trying to walk it up slowly through main now as that side fight battle goes on as well. But there's a chance for Sungan here to get involved. It's just a 2v2 and it's actually Probu swings over, but there's the mark from Sungan. Kivitz has found a kill actually on this, and Vesta just a little bit slow to react or support that side. It's actually Old Ocean who move the resources first. Now they have player advantage walking in. Search has respawned and will be coming back fast, so we won't be too far off another 5v5, but in control of point Vesta, they don't have to rush anything. Kitsune Rush comes through, will be mirrored out by Wu-Chan now. J-Hole doesn't have the rage just yet. Pulse bombs are missed from Becky in the back. They're still holding on to this point. Pressure onto the backline. Search uses that beat now. All this pressure onto J-Hong. They want to kill him before Ray, but they've actually got all the time in the world. He's only at 84%. He's going to get taken down. Terror Search to turn it from Gafreem. Kills the baby, but the trades are still good for Old Ocean. They need to try and save their Arisen, but the pocket's coming through. Becky's going to put more pressure on, but no, Wu-Chan takes down the kill. Sylvester, really great chance to Ankin is still the kill onto J-Hong, the big difference maker there. No more ults to come out for Old Ocean, and Vesta looking good.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Cold Ocean. Not happy at all with that. I feel they need to warm up a little bit. They get the pick onto Search, but then they don't step up. They don't force the issue enough. Eventually, there's a Kitsune rush clash, but it's all just a bit too slow. Search gets back in the fight, pops the beat. A 5v4 completely wasted because Old Ocean just could not push the issue. Now they come into the final fight. Guthrium is over to the Hazard. Vesta, you know, they're basically equal in ult, I suppose. Jaehong, he's finally got that orbital ray online. And look at that. Proby finds a pick on a Zessen early on. Kivi's in a lot of trouble though, needs help. He's getting help from, look at that, Jaehong does pop him through it. Guthrium catches Scarlet, and this is a good fight for Old Ocean. They've made the comp swap and they've secured the point without even needing to use an ultimate. Thank you, Proby, for clutching up.
One of the best looking Freyas, honestly, in the region so far, Pride. A huge part of their, Old Ocean's success so far, and perfect result. Hold on to that Ray, they can hold close. They'll have the Kitsune Muck rush to match Wuchan's if they want, or they can just use the Ray to sort of overpower that as well. All the options now available for Old Ocean, starting to look a bit more manageable. It's going to be a retake from the coast side near the cars here from Vesta, but Guthrium is marking that side. Zessen's going to try and swing back over, help Scarlet come through as he goes over the rooftop, looking for an option. No great shots so far. A bit of splash damage, but nothing major. Tracer's going to dive in. Actually, Scarlet's just gotten and killed Kivitz out of this. They've lost him. Pulse bomb on the floor. Damage onto Probe. Actually, Probe's still weak in there, but Scarlet can't quite find it. They're going to move back over to point now, and Vesta are being forced to regroup. Without their Diva, they have to slow it down, play for another retake. They're going to lose Zessen late. Jaehong sweeping over to that side. Yeah, good cleanup here from Old Ocean. We're going to move into last fight.
Yeah, I thought Kivi's going down was going to be a bad sign, but apparently Sungan was being traded out on the opposite end of things. Vesta, they're closing on a huge ult bank, but I don't know whether they're going to have the time to slow play and actually get it online. Search 80% to the beat, Sungan 70% to the bomb, but Old Ocean, they've got so many ults to aggress with right now. They can push with the bowler, with Kivi's Kitsune rush. Guthrium is just around the corner from a downpour, which could ham up Vesta significantly. Zessen over on the left-hand side of the map, he's all alone right now, flies up to the high ground, but Wuchan's going to go down in the neutral. Proby catches him. Kivi's traded out though, so it's a 1-for-1. Guthrium desperately trying to kill the Freya here, fumbling the kill just a little bit, goes for an aura check downpour on absolutely nothing through the wall. Jaehong, sliver of HP. Vesta, they might actually be able to clutch this up if they can keep on touching the point. We've got Scarlet running around on the coast. Who's good for the touch? Scarlet's good for the touch. Bomb, beat coming back from Search as well. There is a real chance for the retake here, but with Guthrium taking down Sungan, it's a bit of a solo beat angle, and Old Ocean, I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like they might be good for it.
Yeah, support's going to battle it out with this overhealth, but as it fades, they're in big trouble. Search first, then Zessen's going to go down again, prove a bowler out, but no doing. And Old Ocean recover, closing that C center. My stream buffered for a second, so you might need to flick a pause for me.
Okay, we'll wait till we start seeing some numbers and we'll take it from there. I see no numbers currently, so yeah. I see numbers, but you know, they're fickle numbers, so we'll wait till we've got consistent ones. As long as it's not like a 5-4-3 situation.
We'll just use Wuchan's ult charge. 19, 50, 50 58.
Check mark.
Full mark. Check mark.
Check mark.
You know what? It's good to experiment sometimes with new systems, see if there's a better way of doing things, but maybe on this one, the old system just works.
Yeah, alright, there we go. 29, 28, 27,
yeah,
26,
27,
25.
26, 25, 24, 23.
Synced up.
Beautiful!
Sungan up. You're good, you're good.
Came in hot, mate. I was just excited about how beautiful the sync was. It's going to be an early pick for Probe as he takes down Search here. Now Sungan's going to get deleted afterwards there, and just really, I think the Diva comp versus the Hazard here wants to pull apart a little bit more. If it's just a big, quick, fast fight where Guthrium just gets a lot of slash damage opportunity, should favour the Hazard, and Sungan's actually going to swap straight onto the Hazard right now.
Going right over to the Hazard, I feel like Guthrium, you know, starts out playing different things, but just get your ass back onto the Hazard, make the map uncompetitive once again. Cold Ocean, you know, even if things look rocky for them on a nice open map, Guthrium on Hazard is good for it. Sungan is going to have to match that. The Lucio Kiri versus the Juno Kiri. I don't know, Lucio Kiri has potential to overload a side, but Search hasn't really felt like he's been getting that done. Best to go for a fast push, and this time around they might actually be finding some value from the Lucio. Jaehong has somehow given the slip to Scarlet though. Sungan trying to close the gap on a Proby as well. Yeah, there is no slip taking place there. Off the map he goes.
Off the map, quick. Quick opening pick, and now they can push back on this. Old Ocean going to try and stall this one out as they still have control of the point right now. Becky has a pulse bomb to maybe try and turn something as well as the hazards dance on each other's heads. But Vesta have got the flip, and Old Ocean have just cut their losses here, giving that one up for free.
Straight over to Old Ocean, or rather to Vesta. Pulse bomb comes out from Becky, but nothing there at all. Old Ocean's supports are all looking rather low, and Becky has died. What is that, a pulse bomb? No, that can't be the pulse bomb. They just missed it. But Becky's fallen off the map. Just hopeless. Vesta pushing deep, and Old Ocean, no resistance whatsoever. Easy one for Vesta. 4 ult fight across the board for next turn. Looking a bit dicey now for Old Ocean if they can't get these side angles in.
Becky chucks the pulse bomb off the map, decides wants to go get it back afterwards, so goes right after it. Disaster so far. It's been very easy for Vesta, and they've got a pretty healthy ult bank as well. They can snowball these ults. They can play aggressive with this Kitsune Rush if they're aware they have that advantage. Jaehong's Ray is low. Some of that is the healing being split more between Valkyrie and the Juno. Songhan now battling out on the high ground as Scarlet gets in behind as well, just making this Juno's life as hard as possible. Gafreem's actually won the HP trade on point, and Search is going to go down just before B. They drop the Kitsune Rush, but it's on the side only. The Old Ocean are still taking over point here.
Old Ocean are all over the point, but it's just a scrap at the moment. Vesta, everyone is so low for both sides. Zessen and Wuchan both going to go down. Scarlet takes Kibby's in response. Still back and forth, trying so desperately to leverage the point cap here, but Vesta, I'm not sure. Oh, they might actually have it now. They've taken Proby, and just as quickly, Jaehong rips off another head. Vesta, they still have bodies on the point, but Old Ocean, their supports are coming back, and they have the ultimates. Old Ocean actually do get the flip in the end, so Vesta, they have to back it up. Downpour available, but I'm not sure whether they're going to have the opportunity to pop it.
Oh, they catch Gafreem in it as well. Counter Downpour comes out to try and relieve some space. Suzu out. Kitsune rush down from Kivitz as well. Search is going to beat back. Only catches free. Songhan doesn't get that beat. Search is on the hunt for Becky, but Becky's given him the slip. All over him now, and Search is in big trouble. Yeah, Becky has smoked him. There's a ray on point from Jaehong as well, and that should be the cleanup. Old Ocean able to push them all back one more time.
Old fight so tough for Vesta there. They do wind up investing the Downpour and the beat, but Old Ocean good with all the counter rolls. Maybe Vesta should have continued to invest while they had the cap instead of giving it up and trying to push back in still at a deficit. Next turn, there's going to be no ultimates online for the side of Old Ocean though, so this is time to shine for the double pulse bomb ultimates. Becky hiding in a corner, looking for a backliner to catch. He catches Zess, and Gafreem connects with the slash as well. And Proby, all three of them getting involved, getting active to find that kill. Vesta, they've flipped over to the objective now, and we are closing on the last fight. They might be able to flip the cap here, and Search escapes in the spawn, same timing. Disaster for Cold Ocean.
They go back to deal with this. Vesta are going to try and scatter to drag out this fight, but Pulse Bomb is just about avoided there. Probe gets around the corner, but still low. Suzu saves his life. They group up, they kill Becky, or they lose Becky rather. Old Ocean still trying to stabilize here, but they don't control a point. They're just going to reset here. They're going to have to play for this retake. There's only a few % left.
Oh, Old Ocean, they've really let it fumble. Proby tries to slip around over on the side, but Zessen is marking it diligently. Guthrium on the point, doesn't even need to eat a bowler shot to go down. Bowler comes out from Zessen. That wall was giving him a lot of trouble, and he has dealt with it in response. TP comes out from Kibby's. Oh my god, Scarlet with no recall gets bolted up. There's a slim chance here for Old Ocean, but it begins to fade as Wuchan pops a Kitsune Rush on the point. Bolt splashes onto Proby as well, and there's no hope for Old Ocean at this stage. They're all staggering on one by one, but nobody has the health. Nobody has the opportunity to find a kill.
Yeah, Pulse Suzu's in the back as well. That maybe would have been the one as late Pulse Bomb kill into a touch to help Gafreem get back, but it doesn't go through. Vesta are going to tie it up, and it feels like we're in for a bit of a scrap to start off the day.
It is a bit of a dogfight right now. I thought that, maybe Cold Ocean would have this. I thought that Cold Ocean, they've delivered some pretty solid results throughout the stage, gone toe-to-toe with some of the top dogs, but now versus the ultimate team of plumbers, they're dogfighting. So really, just a classic case of OWCS Korea being wildly unpredictable in every single matchup, being back and forth, no matter what. 1-to-1 on Koth, maybe it's a, what is it, Chris theory, where a team that's supposed to win loses the first round, comes closer in the second, wins the third. Is that Chris theory?
It is.
I should stick to Avril theory.
it's a bit simpler. It's more up your alley.
Yeah, team that's win, or I can't even visualize an apple in my head. No internal monologue, etc., etc. Becky gets bolted early on in the piece, takes the mega health pack, takes even more bolts, but still won't go down. Gafreem pushed inside right now, has to pop the fortify just to turn around and deal with what's behind. Best to have early positioning on the point, but Old Ocean should be good for another touch here.
Going to be trying to play a little bit more around point here, Old Ocean, as Gafrium gets his feet onto that one now. The swing comes out. Sungan's going to use ball defensively to swing back around. It's still a duke out on the point. Sungan's going to try and go over the top, land on more of a key target. But Probe knows he's there, so he's going to poke him out, and that is so much damage onto the Hazard.
Or Hazard taking a beating right now, and Old Ocean are going to get the flip. Scarlet goes down, same timing. Becky still has the recall to keep himself alive. Search on the run. No kills being converted right this second by Old Ocean, but Vesta, it's pure chaos as they try to run back. You can see they're split two different sides of the map. Hazard, Sonnen stuck behind everybody. Kiwi's on the hunt, but they've got to be careful, Old Ocean. If they get too peeled back for this Hazard, they're going to give a lot of space on the point. They're going to allow the Vesta's backline to walk.
Chance to come back on now as well. Zessen's trying to peek from main to give him a bit of space here. Going to be marked out here as Jaehong's going to be forced back half HP already. And what Gafrium's just sandwiched here, completely outnumbered. Wuchan tried to TP to help him out, but it's too little too late. They still trade Jaehong, dropping now onto point. Old Ocean continuing to anchor this one out, but they've lost everyone around him here. It's turning into a scrap once again, but trades are good for Old Ocean. Or for Vesta.
Old Ocean, they've lost a couple of players. Vesta, they're muscling back into this one. Kiwi's in a lot of trouble as well as Scarlet comes in, but a very keen use of the recall means that no kill will be finished. Old Ocean still good to just bunker down on the point. The Orisa taking so much damage, but still has the gold in the back pocket. Zessen takes down Proby. The Freya duel won yet again by Zessen. Now we've got Zessen swinging and the cap has gone Vesta's way. Old Ocean, they've really fumbled that one. Too many angles for Vesta. Sungen hiding behind, causing everybody on Old Ocean just get a little bit lost, get themselves a little bit surrounded. Now we've got Zessen holding up on the high ground of the choke, but there's a big old scrap coming.
Kitsune Rush available for both teams. Search is going to have the beat, Jaehong's going to have the Ray. The important thing for Old Ocean is they want to use these ults on point. They want to stay together with them. Vesta have been harassing them from all sides and finding trades. Old Ocean wants stability. Kitsune Rush will be traded on point. Jaehong has the Ray still ready to go. Suzu out to from live. The spear is good from Gafrium, takes that one down. Search has the beat now, drops it. It's 4v4 Ray over top as well. They're trying to burn it down, but Zessen gets another kill within the Ray. Deleted. Jaehong and Gafrium go. They move to delete that, but now more problems for the backline. Scarlet's recall has been forced. Becky's back on the high ground, still in control of point of Vesta, but Becky's got a pulse bomb here. There's a Terror Surge pops in, downpour over the top, but it does nothing against that. Still trapping it out. I think it's a 2v2 at this point. Gafrium's going to try and preserve himself in the corner, but Becky's got pressure on the backline, and Kivitz is actually back with them as well. So they have the numbers here, Old Ocean, but they have control of a point. Vesta, they don't want to give it up just yet, but with Scarlet dying, it should go.
Fight the back and forth here, Old Ocean. They had to throw a lot into that. You saw Jaehong inside the Ray. Proby getting caught up by Zessen's bowler. So much getting thrown into the fight, but ultimately Sungan's downpour just didn't find any value. Gafrium snapped his ankles. Look at that. Jaehong over to the Life Weaver, seeing if he can make some magic happen here. Playing up on the high ground. Sungan straight away makes the swap over to the Diva. He's counter-picking Jaehong out of spawn. Oh my god, eyes in the back, side, and front of his head, this Proby guy. He is reading Zessen's flank like a book. Sungan straight into the backline, though, trying to find a kill onto Jaehong and Kiwi's.
Pulse Bomb gets this Suzu out as well as they try and collapse. Old Ocean need to keep them away from this Life Weaver. They still walk forward. Wuchan's going to die on the way through, though, and Vesta have taken so much damage. They've lost their mech. Scarlet still has the Pulse Bomb. They have no choice but to fight for this here, Vesta, but they are low on resources. Scarlet's killed too, actually, and he has the Pulse Bomb. It's going to stick, but there's a Fortify available. Gafrium holds on right now. They have to stall it out for a little bit longer here, Vesta. They can get another late touch.
No
recall for Scarlet. He misses it. He didn't drop enough. Oh. He did so much good work to make it clutchable. And then messed up at the end.
Really hard clutches, then he blinks into the Orisa, wastes all of his health on the gold Orisa, and then fucks up his touch. Like, come on, mate. Come on. Hate to see it, really. Not a bad showing at all from Vesta there, but just a classic case of it quite literally always being Vesterable, I fear. Even when things look great for them, they still find a way to absolutely shit the sheets, spread it all over the walls. Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, I think that the big fight before that, where they're just trying to rotate up the high ground as 5, isn't really what their comp necessarily wants to do at all, right? A lot of the success Vesta were finding on that map and previous maps is they were just harassing them from all sides, right? And they were trying to play around their Orisa on point and just try and anchor one position a lot of the time, Old Ocean. But they couldn't deal with all these flanks and these pressures from different areas. That time when Vesta just try and do a 5-person rotate onto the high ground, that's very easy to read what the enemy team's doing and just pivot your backline away, pump a lot of damage into them, get your Freya in a nice position. So it just ended up a little bit too easy on that last fight, a bit too straightforward and predictable for Vesta. And they close it out from there, but yeah, feels like we're in for a scrap, actually.
Yeah, it feels very dogfighty. HunterBot23, thank you very much for the prime. Welcome back to the Parasocial Friends Club. He said 3 months. Brutal scenes here. Just... Are we past the point of feeling bad for Vesta? I mean, they were like this in all of last year too, no? Like...
Yeah, I mean, different players. There's just something about
But the same old story.
Yeah, it's something about the culture. It's a cultural problem over at Vesta, which...
It's a franchise haunted by failure.
Let's just say, Old Ocean, they open up donations to support the team, and they make 8,700 US dollars. If Vesta did the same thing, I'm not sure we'd be hitting the same numbers.
Hello, Sunshine Bread. Are you a top clipper? Why do you have that icon? Clips leader 1. There's no Goo, it's just Gaga. What do you mean no mods, Tennis? We've got lots of mods, I'm sure of it. They're all just useless, but there's lots of them here.
You hear Jae Hong just laughing at the end after the C9 as well.
You're welcome, I'll be collecting loyalties. Alright, keep spamming, see what happens. Nothing will happen, this is an unmoderated chat. There are no consequences to your actions here. You can literally say anything you want. Capitology, don't try to fight it, just accept it, mate. Played some quick play before in queue, while waiting for this tournament to start.
Winning?
I think I'm done with Overwatch. No, I lost everything.
Oh, one of
I think I'm
those
completely
days.
done with Overwatch. Yeah, it was like a 0-3 situation. Maybe 0-4. I just suck. Like, I suck. I get sad. I don't like it. There's no joy.
I always find when I play TF2 after a while as well, it's just becomes, I just sort of sit down expecting my peak to just be immediately available again. And there to be no consequences for me not playing for like years. And then I play, I'm just like, doesn't feel as good now when I'm not good at the game.
Yeah, it's like, damn, I'm really not as good as what I was when I played for like 12 hours a day. As a boy.
Found myself staring at my hands like I don't recognize them.
When you say on-stage romance, do you mean like Ru Jae-hong and Search kiss? Or is it like me and a Xavier thing? What do you mean? Who needs to be romantic in this situation?
Wu Chan and Sungan were pretty like buddy-buddy with each other, you know, hands on each other's shoulders, like hyping each other up.
Who are these two players? Is that Search and Kivis looking into each other's eyes right now?
I think that might just still be... Is that still Sungan and Wu Chan?
Yeah, because they look like... It actually looks kind of deep here. Like they're looking into each other's eyes, gassing each other up about the fact that they may or may not be able to beat Cold Ocean. One's getting a back rub while the other guy kind of... Yeah. Or, it's Pride Month, we have a quota to fill. I'll look into this. I've been doing the Sim TP strat on Midtown first point ever since the changes came into effect. That's all I'm saying. Actually, it might be Midtown second point. They're calling my bluff on not knowing how to ban Capitology. I think you like left or right click on their name. Or maybe you can type like /ban or something. I don't know. You can try it on Sunshine Bird if you want.
Alright. Vesta's choice, Runa Sapi. Probably just going to be forcing the Orisa here, you have to imagine.
I'm short on imagination and internal monologue. So I'm actually, yeah, just completely at a loss for what could possibly be predicted here for Vesta. The thing is, I don't know what Vesta are good at because I feel like they're not good. No, they're not very good at anything, you know? I can't even remember if they were the team that started out playing horse on City Center.
No, Sungan is the team. They very much like to play Sigma, which is a bit of a rubbish hero to have a have a strength in at the moment. And they try and force it in a couple of places, but it just, you know, doesn't have any of the magic as when Pepe did it in stage 1.
Too Diverse asks, wait, how did Vesta win? They literally didn't, would be the short answer there. They did not win. They are the 0-7 team that is 0-1 in this series right now. Or perhaps a Toad. Why does everyone like this tennis ball so much? It's weird that as soon as Christopher gets really into tennis,
he's just ahead of the game.
Mode is going crazy. He's such a good fucking social barometer, you know? Like, he can just read the situation.
He's for determining,
Whatever's happening
right?
in the world.
He just looks at any situation, anywhere in the world, any culture, any region, and he just determines what's going on.
He just figures it out. The only thing that he can't figure out is EMEA Overwatch. But other than that, he's good for it. Unter Hater, at Unter, shut your fat ass up. I thank you, Unter Hater.
On brand. Not, sometimes
Is
it's good
anyone
when
watching
something
this
is just
match?
what it says on the tin.
Does what it says on the tin.
Yeah.
What does Capitology say on the tin?
Capitology to me sounds a little bit like some kind of like pseudo religion.
I don't know. I've always had a bit of a soft spot for the Cap, you know. I would like to say, yeah, unemployed. Unemployed does feel right on the tin, you know. Like Capitology, someone that's been coaching unpaid teams for the love of the game for like far too long. So definitely an unemployed vibe out of him. Did he say he has a soft spot on his head? Well, he's not a baby. Like, I'm pretty sure Cap's like 21, 22. Like, he's probably past the point of having a literal soft skull. But yeah. Wait, no, it's me that has a soft spot on my head. This could be consistent with what... Yeah, no. My interpretation of that could be consistent with the notion that I do have a soft skull.
Soft on the outside, soft on the inside.
My skull is quite hard, can confirm. Okay. I trust you. Oh my god, what is going on with these guys on Vesta? They
love each
fucking
other.
just...
They're best mates.
They just love gaming. Like, they just show up and have fun. They
Bear in
never win,
mind-
but they have fun.
But yeah, what we're looking at, and you wouldn't know it as we watch these players right now, but this is a team that haven't won a series all stage and have just lost map 1. But they are having the best time I feel like we've seen anyone have on stage so far this year.
Reminds me of SSG. Never wins, but fun. Yep. SSG is everybody's favorite 0-7 team. Like, unreal. Just unreal. The recency bias can never be escaped. Where are the liquid haters when you need them most? Like, what are Flats' opinions? Flats doesn't have opinions of me. Exclamation mark Flats for more, though.
Got a devout capitologist in my chat.
No way. Why?
From Botronic.
Why?
Find something
Fuck
to
liquid?
believe? Mate,
Yeah.
just because you don't have anything to believe in, people can find stuff to believe in.
Was that like a Kappa buffer on the clean feed? Did you see that buffering circle for a second?
I just got it as well, but
Yeah, okay.
my internet
like,
hates me at the moment.
Whatever they're
so-
whatever they're restreaming to us, just buffered. You know, like that wasn't even YouTube. That like wasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That was like a different circle.
Yeah, that was a circle that the clean feed computer restreaming to us managed to see. Flats wasn't paid by Blizzard to distribute their opinion on Hunter. Yeah, Flats only does things for money and for 10,000 plus concurrent viewers. So unfortunately, I'm a little bit below his pay grade. I think the best way that I could ever sneak into Flats' life is if I started making roll for sandwich content on TikTok, because then there's a chance that I would wind up on Flats 2 being reacted to. But I think as far as Overwatch is concerned, I'm quite literally never going to make it if Flats' field of view is the goal.
Also, your roller sandwich videos would be so shit because you never have anything in the house. It would just be like, what's the
Literally.
sandwich today? I've got eggs, I've got no bread.
I've got eggs, hummus, and carrots. I've got no bread at the moment.
Let's roll and see what we get.
I actually found a moth in my fridge yesterday, and I don't know how that happened. Like, there's like a
Add it
dead
for roller
moth on one of the
sandwich.
trays, and it's like, how does a moth get into my fridge and just gracefully die in the thing next to where I store my butter? Like, what the fuck? How did I manage to get a moth in there and not even notice? Like, what the
No
fuck?
food, but a moth is in there. Oh.
It's like, really? I'm starting to feel more and more like that fucking freak Asmongold every day. You know, like, why is there a moth in my fridge? Oh, shit. It's just insane.
Do you remember when that girl asked you where Moth was at season 5, long after Moth had retired? Turns out, in your fridge
dead in
all
my
along.
fridge.
You were actually the exact right person to ask. Whatever happened to Moth? What have you done to him? He's not in my fridge, I promise. It's
Can you recreate this emote?
Marissa Mirror. Genji ban and Kiri ban. So the Kiri ban really targets the backline of Old Ocean because they both want to play Juno Kiri wherever they can. So they're forced onto a Juno Brig Mirror, but it's not really worked out for Vesta as Wu-Chan forces early. It's going to be 1-for-1 vote as both spears are going to be good for it. Looking for more Search. That's a wall. You can't go through that. He's okay for now, but not very long at all. Search is going to get finished off there. No escape route for him. Old Ocean with a player advantage.
I wasn't counting because I was reading chat, so I'm not too sure. Sungan does hit a nice spear onto Gathrium though, so we'll just go with reading what I see on the screen. Kivi's 1v1 with Scarlet, and Scarlet gets the better of him because Kivi simply cannot escape. Gathrium goes down as well, and Old Ocean no longer player advantage, I want to say. Rujay Hong in a little bit of trouble as well, running away back to his spawn, I think. Vesta Esports Club, they have taken the first fight. They are pushing Cart to the first corner. Becky completely marked out of that first fight though. He's only got 30% of the EMP. Sungan, good god. Guy knows how to throw a spear cross map onto poor little Proby. And there we go, another spear for Sungan. But here, just corner fight, going to be a little bit more difficult to swing.
No, pressure onto Juno already early, actually. Jaehong's in a spot above, has to back it out, and now Scarlet has this wide position for their pulse bomb attempt. Eyes on the brig, catches a whip shot, but patience, recoil has been forced. Now eyes on Jaehong, more pressure, pulse bomb out, Jaehong completely unaware, but dodges it nonetheless. Gathrium has walked forward and killed 2 though, so it's going to be another scrappy trade. Becky's spotted out of cloak immediately. Sagan has the health disadvantage here, so he's going to get bullied back as they try and steal the payload here, Old Ocean. They'll finish this Orisa off. He'll get to take it back to middle.
The tough one for Vesta. Old Ocean, they were at the deficit with ultimates. They didn't have anything to spend. Looks like Vesta have gone and used both of their pulse bombs. They've used pulse and boulder shot for absolutely nothing. And now Old Ocean, they get to swing around this corner with very strong ultimates, with the EMP just around the corner, with the bowler surge combo available. If Vesta want to block Cart, they are going to have to contend with this combo. Sungan manual hacked up on the high ground and actually just spins back to safety. They're playing this quite slow. Did he just pop Fort? Sungan has just popped Fort. Now he's stuck in the corner. There's no way they're going to be able to stop the lead effectively here. Bowler and surge combo comes through and down goes the back line. Vesta, I don't know what they were doing there. Sungan hiding in a corner just allows Gathrium to swing. Zessen hard flanking but doesn't find any value. The car was stolen for a little while, but it's going to cost them checkpoint here.
Great fight there for Old Ocean. Serious meters on the board. We'll get checkpoint 2, and it's going to be double support out for this next fight as well, and a chance with the EMP, so a perfect opportunity to snowball. Different ways to go about this. They can take the support ult trade first, use the EMP as the finisher, or just try and hit the EMP early, maybe try and one-shot one of Vesta's players out before they can get their ult off in response. Becky's going to cloak up now, comes, well, not the way he wanted to go, but he's still in position. Might just EMP, go for the one-shot, goes for it. They try and burst it down, and the torpedo for swings, everything is good. Songan gets one shot, and it has to be a reset now from Vesta. They're still pushing forward, but you need to be careful not to get staggered out here, old Vesta crew.
Zessen goes down to Proby as well, and Vesta. I mean, every death is just more meters on the board for Old Ocean. There's no cart block taking place right now. Vesta, they might have had the early swing in ultimates back when we were on Old Ocean's side of the map, but now we haven't seen a single ulti come out from them since. Scarlet and Zessen have their ults again. Finally, Sungan stepping forward, looking for a chance at his ultimate, but you can see the backstep is good from Old Ocean. Somehow Zessen goes down. The bowler shot came out from Proby. A nice spear from Sungan, but no kills converted. What on earth is Kivi's rallying right now? I genuinely have no idea. His demons. Terra Surge comes out though, and it's looking good for Vesta finally. Unless Sungan doesn't get any kills, Scarlet is in the back. Sungan is going to go down. Rally Bash comes through from Search. They finally find a kill onto Kivi's, but it's not over yet. The scrap happening in the back does not seem to be favoring Vesta whatsoever, and they've got the double pulse ultimates back. But Old Ocean, they've survived long enough that they're continuing to push cards.
Becky's going to try and chase down this Freya as well. Gets the hack, hits the virus, jumps onto the Mega to Zessen. 1 HP. No, it's a trade in the end. Will be better for Vesta, everything considered. But they are over 100, well, conceded over 100 meters. And this is going to be a rough situation for them a long way back. had that initial Ray kite, and that was a big difference maker there, because then it was just 2 support ults versus 1 support ult, and now Old Ocean are holding forward as well. We're going to force Vesta to fight for every scrap, trying to make a bit of an aggressive move is Sungan, tracing through the left-hand side, but Probe has dealt with that one, and Vesta are going to be repelled once more. Terra Surge
Make that a 2-for-1 as Old Ocean. They just take over with this Terra Surge. Vesta don't have the defensive ults to answer back. Scarlet has a pulse to potentially trade, but Sungan's already been manual hacked up. Both skills invested. Becky looking for an angle to pop this EMP. Might not even need it. Virus lands. Pulse bomb goes completely wide for Scarlet. Kathrium will take down Sungan, and Old Ocean, they don't even need that EMP. They can press the advantage yet again now. Spin around this corner. Finish the map here and now. So Becky's setting up over on the side. EMP angle. Oh, what is that?
It's only 2 people, but they might get these 2 kills, and Becky lives, so it's all okay in the end. Wuchan nearly has a Ray to try and save the map for Vesta, but they are well and truly on the back foot. Eats the bowler, the Ray comes through, but it's too little too late. Kivas is rallying on point. They need to find the touch in all of this. Jaehong's about to have the Ray. Not a single trade going Vesta's way, and it's going to be a full push, and it might be a sad end to this one for Vesta. 2 down.
Dual Theory in full effect right now, Xavier. Note the 100-meter excess for Old Ocean. And would you believe that? The team that was winning won. Yep. An absolute classic. Oh, I can't ban you, Razor. I have to respect it. I have to respect it. I'll just take it from you. Yeah, not looking so great now for Vesta. Things looked, you know, passable on map 1. Looked like they were able to make things close. But on map 2, just absolute fucking domination. They're good for 1 fight and then a complete Vesterable situation. I'm not sure if they're going to make it work on map 3 or if they're just going to totally psychologically collapse. Doesn't feel like Vesta's the type of team to actually get tilted in these situations because they're so used to getting fucked all the time that they do just smile, laugh, and take it like the good boys that they are. Please don't ban me from Fat Hammond. You know, Fat Hammond, if you could start giving me your money, things might change.
Yeah, I want eyes on Vesta here, because they were absolutely top of the world, honestly, after the map 1 loss. So I hope they're still having a good time.
I choose to believe that they are continuing to enjoy their time now. Wait, how did Vesta win? I'm sick of hearing this from you. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the lies.
Just turning up, hopelessly clueless.
Wait. Vesta reverse sweep this? Vesta would quite literally never reverse sweep this.
No.
All Vesta are capable of is winning 2 maps, getting into a clearly won situation on map 5, and then letting us down and making it a Vesterable situation yet again. That's what Vesta is like. Oh. Any good matches tomorrow in the arena?
Let me think. It's going to be Genji versus TM. There's going to be... Is it Frost Quick versus Alcacia? And then in North America... Let me have a look.
나야 오 씨발 잠깐만 나
오, 씨발.
나곧 개도차
SSG versus Supernova, you might know about that one, and then GK versus Dilducks.
존나 쳐
Yeah, okay, so it's actually just a really shitty day across the board.
Yeah, and
SSG versus Supernova looks close. You keep typing like that, even with the sub badge, I'll ban you. Like, you gotta watch it, mate. Don't be a dickhead. I'm quite literally a dickhead. I reckon Vesta are low tier enough Koreans to lose to me on Reaper No. I genuinely think that Vesta could lose to the Dilduck strats. Because, like, if the casters can't even notice what Dilducks are doing when it comes to putting a hazard wall in the skybox and Reaper TPing up, how could you possibly expect Search to clock that? Like, Search will die to that every time. I've paid my truth tax. Thanks for the follow, Meat Schwinger. Appreciate that.
You got eyes on this? They're hugging it out. There's now a third wheel patting Sungan on the back as well.
I'm going to turn off my webcam so people can actually see this properly. This is insane.
Right,
Map to map, they're just so locked in on...
It's like a heart-to-heart.
Do you think he's boomed? Like,
If he gets cut...
is one boomed and one is Mr. PMA?
Because now, like, especially with the head pats and the head strokes, it feels like we're now comforting Sungan, rather than just having, like, a jolly old time.
Guys, it's now or never. We can do this. This is our last chance to reverse sweep before we get knocked out and have to come through relegation and win in relegation again.
Leicester continue to tread this precarious line where it's really almost impossible for them to win a series in OWCS, but it's also impossible for them not to keep getting into OWCS. There's a really thin line where they are the tier break. And Sungan seems pretty happy. Just a very touchy-feely team.
Touchy-feely team. Can't relate on Space Station Gaming because we respect each other's boundaries. And last time I had to, or attempted, no, not had to, last time I attempted to touch a player, I had to have a meeting with HR thereafter. So, yep.
Wait, what?
Not a touchy-feely team anymore. 2 minutes of ads, fuck off, I'm going to bed. Good night, Razor.
Got a big game tomorrow. This says Sungan's the most PMA Korean they've ever seen, so no way he's tilted. So yeah, so they're actually just a touchy-feely group of guys having a good time. Trying to reverse sweep a bunch of old men. Sounds like I was trying to make an innuendo there, but I genuinely wasn't. It was just an accurate description of what's happening.
No Turkish gifters for Razor? Yeah, the Turks are missing today. The Turks feel too much power in the thought of, you know, gifting their Turkish lira. Need a Turkish gifter ASAP? Come on, any Turks here for Razor? It's a storied player. He plays Reaper. He's a dill duck through and through. Come on now. Turk up. When is El Clasico? Is that Falcons vs Crazy Raccoon?
Yeah.
I think that's rapidly becoming not El Clasico territory given the performance of Falcons lately. Just gonna be, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes that happens in the real El Clasico as well, you know? Barcelona will just smash them, but
True.
it's still El Clasico.
El Clasico is Supernova versus Space Station? Like, I just don't think that's the case. Just don't buy that.
We can't just call everything El Clasico. It really waters down very quickly.
Be honest, does Vesta beat SSG as they currently stand? I hate you all. Like, I hate you all. Every last person in my chat. Like, oh. If you think I'm not talking about you, I'm definitely talking about you. Except for Razor. Taking hero requests tomorrow, $20. DM me ASAP. Just somebody give Razor a sub, man. Like, where are the Turks today? Such a rough day. Hunter, can SSG beat TU? Oh god, no way, no way. TU is the best team in EMEA right now. Haven't you seen? They're literally insane.
SSG versus 2018 Day 1 Dragons.
No hope.
No
No
hope.
hope.
It's a deal world.
TU are unbannable and Hunter can't ban. Well, I mean, that's fine, right? Like, they're draft proof. My draft does nothing. So,
it
like,
doesn't actually matter that you can't ban, because it wouldn't make a difference anyway.
these factors cancel each other out in a sense. TU only lost to Liquid. Could you beat Chrysler at Overwatch? Probably. Okay, what do we have? Hey Anta, I think SSG is doing very good and your coaching is clearly showing. SSG is like a slingshot right now. They thrashed Dick Ducks. Next up Supernova and then the world. SSG to the top. Thank you, Fat Hammond.
The classic 3-step plan of Dilduck, Supernova, the world.
Yep. Dilducks into Supernova, aka beat 2 relegation teams and then you're on top of the world again. I beat Chris in a Naga 1v1 during the 2-hour pause in Dallas. I mean, come on, mate.
Gonna be Saravasa, gonna be a Diva ban from Old Ocean, a Juno ban from Vesta as they again try and interrupt this backline. But all that does is force Jaehong onto the Life Weaver. Gonna be playing up against the Orisa Kiri Lucio here. So his first point, big, long and open, bit of space maybe for the Life Weaver to work. We obviously saw a bit of success, well, a lot of success maybe for the Life Weaver in North America yesterday as well. Gonna be a slow and steady first fight, just a hack onto Sungan to try and poke it out. Scarlet has got himself in a position behind here though.
Oh, Scarlet on the flank, but really needs a bit more assistance. And I think with this front-to-back line, really going to be so difficult. If Search can't get in over on the side, if Search just keeps playing main, I think it's going to be bad news.
Grip.
For 3M, he's gone aggressive, but the grip is available, so they can't find the kill. If you play front-to-back with Lucio Kiri like this, I really don't think you're going to win versus this comp. I think Kathreum is just going to take turn after turn and constantly be bailed out. And look at that, Kathreum, he takes down Wuchan. Songan will fall as well. You need to get in the side, contest Ru Jae Hong. The old man will go down, but it doesn't matter. 3 members of Vesta are already dead. Search, get out of main. Go flank with Scarlet. Do something.
Yeah, need more proactivity here, because if it's why I think we saw it have so much success on Circuit Royale for Team Liquid, is because the nature of the map is you can just play here, but it should be so much harder on Surabasa in a lot of situations. Needs Scarlet and Search to be more involved, needs Sungan. It'll be a bit easier on the Hazard now, opposed to the Arista as well, to interrupt that Lifeweaver. But an ult advantage early for Old Ocean means if it takes too long in this next fight, there's going to be an EMP, and there's going to be a tree for them to work with.
Or Kathreum already walls in the Kiri, but the Kiri doesn't even need to escape because Kathreum is taking such a beating. Mind you, Ru Jae Hong is still available with that grip, and God, he is grippy. Ru Jae Hong will be one clipped by Scarlet though, so that's a bit of trouble for Old Ocean. Becky, Kivis, everybody falling now. Vesta back on the Hazard, genuinely putting in the work now. Proby finds a trade, but this shouldn't matter because Vesta will get the cap. Faster respawns for all that? No, Proby's on a different respawn wave actually, so he's going to respawn about the same timing as Sungan. And Vesta, they have all of their ultimates for next fight.
Yeah, well, Ocean didn't get a chance to drop anything there. Didn't even get to the tree in the end. So it's going to be a big ult fight for this next one. Kitsune Rush available for Wuchan, but can match that from Kiviz, can drop the tree as well. EMP, the big threat. Hack on or Virus onto Search to force him away. Does have the EMP, and Search doesn't have the beat yet as Becky searches for this opportunity. Eyes on the Hazard. Why just EMP frontline go for the one-shot here?
Oh, Becky has the EMP available, but they're just fighting front right now, and Old Ocean already have so much positioning. Vesta, they need to do something, but they're just going to give the flip to 0 ultimates. Wuchan uses that Kitsune Rush out of respect after the flip has already gone through. Search will kind of kill onto Becky, continuing that trend of being completely fucking incapable of winning a fight when Becky has the EMP. Boulder Shot comes out, but 2 kills for Old Ocean. It's all just a bit much for Vesta. Giving that flip, letting that front-to-back fight take place once again, just not good enough from Vesta. They needed to catch Old Ocean earlier. Scarlet has found a trade onto Kivis. They're still vaguely alive in this one, but it's only supports remaining for Vesta. Search gets booped off by the wall. Wuchan hacked up, slashed up, and the cap goes through for Old Ocean.
Yeah, they dropped both support ults in that as well, Vesta, and Old Ocean actually managed it really well. They only used the tree to counter out both of those, so now they've got support ult for the next fight as well. And just missing a little bit of this punch and a little bit of this edge sometimes, where you want, if you're the Kiri Lucio Hazard team, you want to be explosive in these situations. If this Lifeweaver ever gets too close, or you can get a position on them, you want to take them out quickly. The fact that Old Ocean are able to play this slower version of the game is going to favour their comp. Now coming over onto point E. Going to be an initial slash just actually onto the Weaver. They're going to Kitsune Rush back. Becky has the EMP to chase it down. Virus is a miss on that. And Old Ocean have made a right old mess of this as well. It's just a Kitsune Rush. Get the flip at least, but an easy disengage for Vesta.
Oh my days, Virtus, thank you very much for the $1.49 and the hot dog emoji in the YouTube chat. Appreciate that, love money. Becky set up in the back, he hits an EMP. For once in his miserable life, it's actually worked out for him too. He hits absolutely everybody. They claim every kill, and Old Ocean, that's an easy one for them. Too many members of Vesta corralled into a corner. Becky gets that pinch, and absolutely everybody will fall. Next turn for Old Ocean, they're a bit down on ultimates right now, but if the fight goes long, we're gonna see a downpour and a tree. Vesta need to get some side angles going. They need to pressure out Ru Jae Hong. Becky going for manual hacks on the rotation, and you know what? To get a side fight, Kivis could just feed before the fight even starts. So now we're going to see Vesta throw themselves onto the objective.
Player advantage, Wall coming out just to buy through a little bit of time, but they're all over him. Hack comes through from Becky, but avoids the Virus. Now can go clearing this one out. Force for Sombra away as they try and flip the point. And Old Ocean, they're just going to try and stall on that. Oh, the wall to block for Grip. He's trapped in there. The downpour comes out to finish the kill. Catches him there. Great wall from Sungan. Denies the Grip. The Lifeweaver counterplay. And now they can flood forward. Sungan on top of the Petal as well. He's got all the answers to this Lifeweaver.
Sungan just good for it when it counts, unless of course it's a map 5, in which case he will make it a Vesterable situation. A couple of ults available for Vesta in the next turn as well. Old Ocean matching, but they're on a slow composition now. If they can be caught on their rotations, Vesta will be able to make this work. Just got to be careful that Old Ocean doesn't get their bodies over to the point. If they can make that fight happen front to back on the point with the tree on the objective, big trouble. Kivi's flanking on the Kiriko right now though. Back shots onto Sungan. Sungan actually forced to shift backwards to the objective because of all the damage he's taken front and back. And I'm a little bit worried about all those positions right now.
Oh, Downpour's just good for it, and as for backline dead, the Kitsune rushes out, but they've got no heals now. Vesta need a miracle to turn this one here, but it's just going to be all too easy. And again, all this good work, every time Vesta get a good fight or someone makes an individual play to set them up, they just seem to give it away at the end. It costs them a Kitsune rush as well, so they're going to remain in a difficult situation ult-wise. Shouldn't be a touch out of this, and Old Ocean, 2 rounds up, 2 maps up, and they might just sweep Vesta here.
Yeah, this is so tough for Vesta. Every time they have an opportunity, it just feels like it's pissed away. Poor little Search in a different postcode to the rest of his team, being manual hacked and taken down by Becky there. You hate to see it. These are the dying breaths of Vesta Esports Club, Xavier. They are 0-7. They are 0-2 in the series. Scarlet finds a kill onto Becky. Becky was getting rather close to their ultimate, so naturally they're going to piss it away. But still, it's always Vesterable Zav. A couple of shots out from Proby, bodies on the point for Old Ocean. It's a 4v4 right now. Should be a 5v4 soon for Vesta. Oh, Blade comes out in the back actually from Scarlet, but God, Ru Jae-hong, he's given Scarlet the slip. The Suzy Q is good as well. Everybody crashes out onto Jae-hong. It's now a 4v4, but Becky's back and nearly has the EMP.
His tree is still going as well, pulsing away on point as the Kitsune Rush comes in from Kivis as well. So they've got min-max, no support ults, and Sungan's going to be obliterated there. You see how long that tree lasts when it's on the objective. But Scarlet's still finding kills around it, so while they have the cap, not straightforward. Need to back it up here, Becky. Just slow it down. A bowler to try and trade onto Gafrian. They do. Becky went back. Gafrian went forward, and now there's a pick. Zessin can keep swinging. He's got damage onto the Sombra as well. Becky's had to de-peek. He has the EMP if they want to turn both, so it's not over yet for Old Ocean.
Fingers crossed for the side of Old Ocean that, yep, Becky manages to piss it away, had EMP, many such cases. That's going to be the flip going over for Vesta Esports crew. Nobody from Old Ocean can touch. Ru Jae-hong is rather committed as well. He's going to go down late. And Vesta, this is a sign of life for them, a breath of air perhaps. Couple of ultimates soon to be online. They've got the Kitsune Rush and the Downpour already available. Old Ocean, Big Bank is forming, but don't count Becky's EMP as an ultimate in the fight because he never makes it work. Lifeweaver, you know, good for it, but on the retake, I think it can be rather awkward.
Yeah, has to try and find a way in, but Becky seems to be prone to a disaster or two when it comes in. Walking in with that one now. Wuchen has the Kitsune Rush, but needs to make sure it goes off. They dive in aggressively, just playing defensively here. There's the Kitsune Rush on top. EMP goes through. Lots of damage onto Sungan. Does convert the kill, and Becky lives. EMP is good for it now. Leap in from Gafrian. They're still trying to trade it out. They've run over the Lifeweaver. Now they're diving in. Scarlet needs a lot of help. Virus and How comes through. Pressure on. Becky trades that kill, but not before losing 2. They might be able to trade their way out of this Vesta. They need to deny the flip. Zessin and Search get onto it now, but so much damage onto this Hazard. Gafrian's going to get finished off, but Becky's getting more kills, but Zessin and Search, they're holding strong.
Becky has managed to take down Wuchen though, so Vesta, they're going to have to scrap it out for this final touch. Surely Becky is good for a touch here. Comes out of stealth. Oh, no touch from Becky. I thought Becky was going to get the touch from stealth and start the tap, to be honest. They got a really important trade with the kill onto Wuchen, but it appears that Becky is back in another spawn. Did he die and I didn't notice? Am I just completely delusional about what's happening in the server? Either way, Vesta, they're back into it. They've got themselves a Downpour for the next turn. Becky doesn't have EMP though, so there's a reasonable chance that he's actually going to play the game properly now and get some value in the neutral. Old Ocean stepping up, they can match that Downpour. Much harder for someone to get the Downpour versus both the Pull and the Suzu. Downpour comes out for both Hazards right now. Gafrian is hammed up, taking back shots. Petal comes out but cannot save Gafrian, so the trades are even, make that one in favor of Old Ocean. Oh, Scarlet's so close to the blade, but just not able to get that up in time. And Old Ocean will take the scrap.
Yeah, it becomes a big scrap there. Both Hazards going to be locked up by that Downpour, and it could have gone either way, but Old Ocean winning the scrap and coming up to double support up and an EMP. Only need one more round to close out this map. They've got this attempt here, and they're going to have another attempt if they need it on the next point. But they're going to start early. Kivitz on this right-hand side before the ult trade comes to a point. Vesta, they have a Beat Blade, which is a powerful combo. But as long as Old Ocean can get the tree up, all play around the tree, they should be really okay. They're going to scout Becky out, actually, as well. Scarlet's taking a lot of damage on the way in. Dive in onto Scarlet as well. He's going to choose to go. The tree is up for the Blade, but they try and kill Jayhawk through it. They can. Now hiding on the chandelier, trying to cut through the tree, but the trunk is too thick. Only one kill out of this. Backs up to point. Becky has EMP as they drop, but Becky dies with EMP. Kitsune Rush nearly available for Wu-Chan. They need to try and buy some time. Scarlet is still there, takes it on, but gets taken down by the Freya. Now Search finished off as well. And they get another chance, Old Ocean. Vesta, potentially their last retake in Stage 2.
Yeah, it could be their final fight, but the fact that Becky has an EMP is a little bit of a consolation here. Becky is setting up on the flank, but Kivvies may sell the flank already. EMP comes out, only catches Sungan, but the kill is good. Wu-Chan is available with the Kitsune Rush, needs to get that off. Actually will kill Becky, a classic Becky EMP fight, as is tradition. Wu-Chan, he pops the Kitsune Rush now. Zessen goes down, as does Wu-Chan, and it could be the final fight after all for Vesta here. Ru Jae-Hong chilling, emoting up on a petal. Sungan actually will kill Kivvies in all of this, but it's not going to be enough, is it?
Well, Scarlet triggers the overtime. One more. Sungan can go for it. It's a 1v4 though, and he's getting downpoured. Jae-Hong will put his hands back on the keyboard. Finish the job. And Old Ocean, Frio, Vesta. And that's going to be Vesta. Only one team gets eliminated at this stage in Korea, and that team is going to be Vesta. 0-8. And a pretty underwhelming finish as well. You know, Vesta have had a couple of 3-2s where it felt like it, you know, if it wasn't for the universal law that it's always Vesterable, they could have won. But this wasn't even remotely close. This was easy for Old Ocean. And that's going to push Old Ocean up into 6th place, which means they start in the upper bracket of the last chance qualifier as well.
Who wins? Coach of NA powered... who wins? Coach of the NA partnered super team operating his brain at 110 capacity, or Spilo's shower thoughts? Well, I presume when you refer to the NA partnered super team, you are referring to Team Liquid. So, probably Spilo. Probably Spilo. 0-8, what did he eat? I don't know, probably a burger. Whoa!
Gun show.
Free him with an absolutely... Yeah. The guns are... It's concealed carry, is what this is. This is concealed carry. Vesta lost and the grass is green. Yeah, water is also wet, I'm being told. Report off the street. Need some slop filler now. What are we thinking?
I might go have a drink.
Yeah. I need some slop. I need
I'm
it
hungry
bad.
actually as well. I gotta see if I've got any moths in the fridge.
Do I need to take a picture of the moth, or do you think people believe me?
I think both. I think no one is actually doubting this is a true story, but I would also like to see a picture of it.
Yeah. What game is next? Perhaps game of the day, perhaps a massively underwhelming series. It's Crazy Raccoon versus Team Falcons, where Crazy Raccoon look really, really, really good right now, and Team Falcons are kind of just not really, really good right now.
But yeah, the saving grace for Falcons is they just need a map. A map will get them into the seeding tournament. So they'll want the win, obviously, but there's a bare minimum here they can do to be sort of happy.
It would be a classic esports moment to tweet it, but I believe the fridge moth. Yeah, I'm not going to tweet it. It's like, what I want to know is why I saw it this morning and didn't take it out. You know, like that's what I...
That's
kind of like trying to explain it to myself as to why I saw it and thought like, yeah, you can stay for a bit. Like, you're right.
Sometimes when something like that happens, you kind of just you need other people to experience it, right? You want to leave it like untouched, like a preserved site to be like, this is definitely untampered with. This just happened.
Hunter, what are your thoughts on the Lifeweaver comp? Will SSG pull that one out since GK proved it's the best backline? Did GK prove it's the best backline? I guess win on a comp means comp is best.
I've
got a battle happening in my chat between Painkiller OW and Painkiller 714 about who the original is.
Well, who made their account first?
Painkiller says, I'm Painkiller since Overwatch 1, you're the fraud bro. Can I see on Twitch? Let's see. Painkiller OW created the account on November the 1st, 2016. Painkiller 714. Or October the 6th, 2017. Painkiller OW had the account first.
If you win on a weird comp, it's amazing. If you lose, the coach should be fired. Wait, so have you seen how many people have been calling for me to be fired for playing Moira on Oasis there with Squiz? Like, I feel like Moira was the best of the bad options. But apparently, I need to lose my job for it. I really didn't think the Moira was that bad. I thought we could have won that, absolutely. Not to be outrageous, but I think if UV didn't DC and change its perks, we would have won. They right, low-key. We lost, so it's bad. Also true.
As a tale as old as time. Happens to the best of us.
If we lose on that Queen comp in Sweden, I would have got shot in the head. Yeah.
It happened over. I remember season 4 in London. Right at the start, we played like Zen and a Ball on Sanctuary, like maybe Sigma Ball or something, right? And we played. It would have been Gladiators at the time, actually. Thank you, Tiny Flames, for the tier 1 to Painkiller 714. Yeah, we play Gladiators, and we play like this Bull, Sig, Zen, Anna or something, right? And what happens is Kevster happens, right? And he dismantles us. And then all that happens is we get absolutely lambasted. Like, why are they playing this bloody comp? Why are they playing this bloody comp? It's like, well, it works all the time in scrims, but unfortunately sometimes you play against Kevster, and he does a lot of things to you. But it was the same thing of just like, wow, why would they ever do this? It's just stupid, you see? It's just stupid.
Or do you think like any of these teams that like always play like Sim and all these cancer heroes, like if they ever lose a match in the first time that they try the comp, do you think that they just get immediately shit on in the public and can never play it again?
I don't know. I mean, people just, it's just reactionary, right? Like, what was the example? But when I was doing the ESL Saudi challenge, final map, Colosseo, Quartz had like an outstanding map, right? And then people pounced on it. People pounced on it as like, well, Quartz is now clearly the better hit scan. And it's like, all we've seen is like, he gets 2 kills and like the people were just so bought into being reactionary that literally whoever gets the last kill, they're convinced is the GOAT. Oh, no, you know what? Lubta's back on top. Wait, Quartz has got a kill now as well. We were like, Quartz might be back. Wait, Lubta's respawned. He's got another kill. He's back. It's just,
you can only make these sorts of judgments when it's like watching the skipper lose every single hit scan duel on Freya to every single Freya in OWCS Korea. You know, like once you've seen that level of consistency, maybe you can say one is better than the other. But if you've got Quartz and Lubta, Perma going head to head, Perma turning bread to fish, or you know whatever the Muslim equivalent of that is, it's just like you can't be, oh, this guy's so much better, this guy's so much better. It's like they're both good for it. Like splitting hairs.
It's splitting hairs.
Who's better, Proper or Stalker? It's like shut the fuck up. Like,
it's not even. It's not just splitting hairs, but splitting hairs. And there's a colossal difference between the two. Like there's the tiniest of margins, and you decide there needs to be a canyon between the two of them.
Bread to dates. I like that. No, not bread. Unleavened. What's unleavened bread?
I don't know.
Yeah, because like it has to be like an unleavened version. They love unleavened breads in the Middle East. So like, it's not pita, is it?
Pita?
Yeah, I think something to dates. Does pita to dates work? Something like that. Like the bones of the joke are well and truly there.
We're gonna workshop it, but there's...
wrong area. Wrong area. Yeah, turning matzah to gefilte fish. You know, like that's what we're dealing with here.
That's got a nice ring to it, that.
If Guerrilla Researcher is here, please step up. This community is so reactionary. Yesterday, when Extinction won a map, people were calling for Infected's execution. I mean, I think we should kill Boston fine, but not for the result versus...
It's always a bit weird when they come to the right conclusion that I agree with, but for the wrong reasons, you know?
I'm convinced 60% of Overwatch fans just like flashing colors on the screen, 39% like the colors and can read the kill feed, and 1% actually think outside of the exact moment in front of them. I mean, have you seen that all of the casters for the main broadcast are playing Overwatch Fantasy? And they tweeted, Uber tweeted that he's like the champion of the casters. It's like a back double bicep pic of him saying that he's the champion of the casters in Overwatch Fantasy, and he's like ranked 3,000 out of 4,000. It's like
No
all the
way.
people that professionally watch Overwatch as their like sole, you know, like as their primary source of income, they're able to make it to the 25th percentile in terms of predicting what team is good. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. My food's here. Take it away, Xavier.
All right,
I'm stream on actually.
I'm gonna fact check it out of respect. You know, we wouldn't want to spread disinformation.
Yeah,
Uber's actually 3,875th out of 4,500. Yeah. Yeah. No. Because I saw him bring up a graphic on screen talking about Uber being the fantasy champ. But I wasn't sure what they were. I didn't even know if they just meant for the week or something, you know? Where am I looking? Where is it? Peace. Congrats to the season.
Or rather production, has put together a very special prize for a very special winner of our very special fantasy prediction. Wow, it's beautiful.
This is becoming like, I mean, that photo of you is AI generated.
It's not, bro.
There's no way you.
I'm wearing makeup. I'm wearing makeup. First of all. Oh, brainlet in the right corner. Love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, they must have started.
Someone clip this to me.
First week.
Love that. Love that. I'm the champion of season 2, week 3 Overwatch Fantasy.
Oh, season 2, week 3. Oh, right, yeah.
That's somebody.
So it's just for the week.
Has put together a very special prize.
So I don't know when he started. He's got 71 points overall, which feels like, I don't know, I feel like 71 points is so low. So yeah, so I think it's like less bad, but it needs to be like, it's like a very specific one. Yeah, like you're really high, Painkiller. Like, yeah, like where is it? Like we've actually got, Hunter is 6th. UV 10th. I think you're just below. Yeah, Painkiller 14th. Wheat's down in 28th now. Just skimming to see if I see any other names I recognise. A bunch of names from chat, but... Someone put that whole email in. Fuck. I'm doxing him, I'm doxing him, I'm doxing him. Brian sold you. Ryan's got another game as well, right? How much are you even worth? I can't even remember, Razor. Where am I going at? My team, actually. Oh, you don't even exist, mate, unfortunately.
Fuck you.
Oh, wait, is it... Are you Razor as in like that? Or different names? Different people? You're at 15. And a total of minus 30.5. So... Yeah, so... You didn't pick any GK players because I wasn't sure about the match? I mean, it was super tight, right? Super tight. Thank you into Tiny Flames for the tier 1 to the other Painkiller as well. 3011th? Is that the worst total points score? No, because if we do total points, yeah, sort by total points, and then we hit, it's a little, maybe we have to go roll by roll. If we do tank, the lowest score in tank is Baz on minus 14, which isn't too bad, honestly. Lowest score in DPS, minus 53 for Keo. There's a big gap. You thought Razor was bad? Keo's got an extra 20, minus 22.5 points on that. Alright, can anyone beat minus 53? Looking at you supports. Or minus 53 and a half. Go. Worse by a half point. Redx is actually really in the running as well. Consider Redx still has to play, right? Yeah, Redx has got a game in hand to lose a few more points. The game in hand from Redx is going to go quite hard here. We have GK into Nightmare into Liquid. Fuck. It's a long way back. Oh, should I make the stream type before I forget as well? It's not the big one now. You want Redx to lose point? Have you seen, I think I showed, maybe you guys saw when I showed it last week as well, but you've seen as people playing for last place, like people actively trying to tank their rosters to get the lowest possible score. So there's like a battle at the top and also a battle at the bottom. Hold on, let me upload this VOD and I'll show you. What if I sat and spawned and just did damage? Yeah, if you were, because yeah, you get no negative points, so it'd be like a, depending how much damage you could do from spawn, I guess. Alright, let's hit page 47. See who's tanking it. Ooh. Yeah, actually the wooden spoon continues to be playing for the wooden, to be winning the wooden spoon. With the Majin, PDK, Kyo, Natsuki, Redx lineup. I think Majin was negative this week. 2 Rose Toys as well, yeah. 2 of them, I know. I don't know how we got to 2 of them. I want to fight because there's some people who are trying to get big negative scores, right? But if I look here, like SL64, I'm not sure they're taking the piss here, you know? Like what I think SL64 has genuinely tried. Same here, right? Like, look like Envy... We're skipping over bold nods. There's no way Envy Dans. This isn't a troll team at all. Heesung Zero Tree. Obviously, they picked budget options and, like, invested high in DPS, but... Sneefy Batcho. Again, it's just real teams, minus scores. Fuck. Lots of trees down there, yeah. Yeah, like Heesung Seeker and NY Bliss tree. Fuck. Yeah, like Vestler on the... you know, like these are all like just genuine attempts that have just gone horrifically. People fell for hit scan. Yeah, I mean, one thing that's maybe surprised me a little bit, because we ran a bit of fantasy last year, and there was nowhere near as many negative points. And there was nowhere near as many negative points, and the hit scans were harder carries last year as well, I think. Yeah, there is there's a caveat to it, Hunter. They were just talking about like the standalone week score. So for like week 3, Hunter was Uber was the champ. I can check because Hunter's super high. Hunter's 6th plus all the Hunter equivalents. I'm way ahead of my Rose toys. So yeah, so there's like a big... There's a big gap. Let's see who else. Because Infected is quite high as well, right? Infected at 109, that's pretty good. Who else plays? Tree plays? Tree is down to 1,900. I get the impression Tree hasn't made any changes though, because he's kept Knife. But presumably Tree has the inside information that Knife wasn't going to play. I reckon... so I reckon Tree might have just not changed his team. I'm trying to think. We can run through the casters. Mr. X, I don't know what. See Matt Morello. Maybe Matt didn't make one. Jaws, 1,500. Imagine team. Roll up Jaws. What was Uber's team again? Ziad, Checkmate, Shockers. I mean, the Twilight pick works against him. Yeah, surely Rack plays, right? Yeah, Rack, top 1,000. Kind of mid. Who else am I missing? Did Zoe play? Maybe not. Avril play, surely? Yeah, Avril looks like he's only just made his team as well, right? That's got to be 1 week. But we did go Zera, Heesung, and... yeah. Necra. I can check Spilo, yeah. Necra. No Necra. Spilo. No Spilo? Fuck. Apply. Yeah, apply is like 123. Fuck, apply's ahead of me. Fucking brick. It's fine. Oh yeah, Reinforce I imagine will play. Yeah, 192, that's pretty respectable. That's like top 200. I think am I slightly ahead? But like, yeah, only a few places ahead. Who am I missing? Avast? Yeah, I think that's a Vast account. 335. Jake? I don't think Jake. No, I don't think any of these are actually Jake's. Yeah, go on, Frosty. Why not? Well, we're there. 133, mate. Not too bad. So we've got Kellex and Landon to play. And Sugar Free to... Wait, 283, you got Kellex, Landon and Sugar Free to play? And Rocket's going to play... No, not Rocket's not going to play another game, sorry. So Rocket and Pain going to play another game. You got 3 players to play? Fuck. Fuck. How many players do I have to play? Kuffer and Wimona are going to play again. Kellex and Grapes are going to play again. So I've actually got 4 players, but one of them is Grapes against SSG, so it might not be the greatest scorer. We're getting into it. I swapped Kev for Sugar Free and Kev gets 25. Well, I mean, I killed Jaewoo this week. And Jaewoo scored, if I go my team. Yeah, Jaewoo scored 26.5 points, which is more than Wimone. And, you know, what I need to do is Jaewoo plus Infect. How many did Infected score? Yeah, Infected only got 9.5, so 9.5 plus 26.5 is what? 27, 36? So these guys have already scored more than 36. And they got another game to play. So yeah, so honestly, actually, it was a good decision by me. Good decision by me. Yeah, I mean, keeping Jaewoo wouldn't have been bad, but I think net positive in terms of, yeah, I got a big score off Kufa that I wouldn't have got otherwise.
자존심이 걸려있는 승부다라는 평이 맞습니다. 이번 정규 시즌 유독 혼란이 좀 많았지만 그럼에도 불구하고 결승전에서 드라쿤과 팀 팔콘이 맞붙는다라는 이 열기에 불을 지필 수 있는 화끈한 한마디 들어보고 싶은데요. 화끈해야 해요.
Yeah, I think if I didn't get rid of Jaewoo this week, 100% would have got rid of him next week as well. Show us Hunter's team. Yeah, Hunter's team is like.
아 3대0으로 지면요?
이기면요.
아 이기면요?
네.
Yeah, Painkiller, Wimone, Rocket, CJ, UV. So he's got UV and Wimone still to play, and CJ to play.
그렇습니다. 자 그렇다면 9K 감독님도 이해 못지않은.
Yeah, I mean, people actually have a lot of games with GK double, right? Because there's such high investment in those players.
아마 3일 내내 경기 치르실 것 같습니다.
오, 잠시만요. 자, 그렇다면 크레이지 락군 결과뿐만 아니라 누가 진짜 강한지.
Why does he like it? Why, he should have just signed his fantasy team. You're right. Good thinking. Good thinking, June. I'll let him know.
확정이 나지 않았음에도 불구하고 이전에 계속 팀 팔콘 샤라웃 해주셨잖아요. 최근까지도 그 흐름 변동 없을까요?
사실
I'm 127, but I don't know if Landon... Yeah, Landon and Zyder are still to play, actually, Kia. So, yeah. So, you're going to be in, like, a pretty good situation, actually.
라코가 팔콘은 계속 잘하고 있잖아요. 몇 년간. 네, 그렇기 때문에 아직은 조금 시기상조이지 않나.
오, 아직까지는 다른 팀들 여기까지 올라오긴 시기상조다라고 말씀해 주셨습니다. 팀 팔콘 지금 조금 다소 어려운 시기를 겪고 있지만 그래도 팔콘이다라고 믿는 팬분들 굉장히 많아요. 팔콘은 결국 패패 승승승으로 결국 승리를 하는 팀이다, 만들어내는 팀이다라는 평가가
Yeah, I've been
많은데요.
quite reactionary with my transfers. I'm, like, not necessarily planning out all the way through. I did it for the last week of transfers, but the first couple of weeks, I was just like, pick a team I like type thing.
가타부타 할 거 없이 결승에 누가 올라오는지 지켜보셔라라고 말씀 들어봤습니다. 야, 오늘 두 번째 경기 굉장히 슬슬 불타오르는
Or does Tomofan have a team? I think he does.
맵 세트도 확인해 보실까요?
Yeah, 1,228. Kufa, he's lost out. Yeah, the knife gambit has worked against him here. Nice try, Tom. Nice try. Top 2 coaches in the world right now? I don't know. It'll be Junkberg +1. And Hunter, that's for what I'm thinking of, yeah. Junkbuck and Hunter. You want to change the order of it as well? You want your name first in that Hunter? So Hunter and Junkbuck? Is someone playing? I was actually paying attention to the walkouts. Where's Proper? He's benched. Someone in to begin. Did we get map yet, or are we just, Right. Someone in. If that affects people's predictions. Free OCR, Capitology says. Remember, this obviously both teams want to win. Big rivals, etc., etc. But for the purposes of getting qualification to the seeding tournament rather than the last chance qualifier, all Falcons need is a map. Just one. Just one. Just one. Yeah, I think Souls makes a good point. Falcons do have a tendency to always show up, even when it looks like they are. Wait, they won't. They won't. Ball ban immediately from Falcons. As they, it's interesting that Falcons choose to go to Ilios here. I guess they're just going to force Winston. Crazy Raccoon want the Freya. Do we actually get like a Tracer Echo mirror here? Winston, Tracer Echo? Potentially Tracer Sombra. I don't know if we'll see it without the Bulbo. I know we don't see as much Echo anymore. So maybe it'll just be Sombra, but... Oh yeah, you're right, Merit is in. Yeah. So maybe more likely from Crazy Raccoon. Could just Sombra as well. Yeah, and Falcons are going to find... It's actually the situation that Toronto found with Minister a lot last year, where they have to play the hit scan on Ilios. But Falcons did pick the map here, so they clearly have a plan. All right, let me crank this game volume. Sounds like Max is back as well. Do you want some numbers, mate? Oh, he's unmuted, but I cannot hear him. All right, going to be Anna, Brig, Winston, Ash from both teams as well. So a full, just a dive mirror here. Big part of the reason why someone was added to the roster to give him a little bit more power in this type of matchup. For now, Lipper's taking the high ground. Jumpin's going to catch a Dynamite. Swap over to the left-hand side. Both Winston's just jockeying for position opposite sides. Merit's going to swing onto point. Then back to the high ground. Bubble's actually been used by Jumpin. Dynamite onto the point to try and clear a bit of space. Nade comes through onto Merit, but no follow-up onto that. Someone just wants to use his bubble instead to try and force the point, clear it out a little bit. Jumpin's going to jump onto the Brig. Chio low, but gets around the corner. Has to be a back jump from someone, and now they can start forcing the point CR.
Oh, Stalker goes down to Heesung as well. Total collapse for Team Falcons, only punctuated by a classic WDG map 1 round 1 pause. Not looking great for Falcons in that first fight, though. Just, a long, slow neutral where there's, one singular mistake gets punished very heavily. The cap gets given up as soon as Chio has to get off the point. And then on top of it, Stalker goes down, trying to stop that cap. So now it's just going to be a full push for the side of Crazy Raccoon. They're going to clean up lots of kills. Someone appears to need technical assistance as the WDG stage admin, who looks like a child, steps up, touches his peripherals, and then walks away. Someone looking absolutely disgusted. Yep, put your headset on, Mr. WDG. Get it done.
Yeah, someone doesn't look like he's a person who's convinced his PC is fine now.
Hey, Anto, you once said Shu is basically the perfect teammate. Why is that? Because he's like the best player in the world, and he's really, really, really good teammate. Not toxic at all. Never toxic. Tries to solve the problems. Tries to lift the mood. Yeah, it's pretty rare that you are never the problem, and you're also constantly trying to solve the problems, and you're never blaming the other people. Cap. Thanks, Elliot. Welcome. It's just a cap out of you. Shut the fuck up, Elliot. Violet, best teammate? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It's got to be a reason you wind up on Zeta Division. That level of talent. I heard Striker was the perfect teammate. Yeah, maybe if your fucking vocation was bare-knuckle boxing, but maybe not.
No, not best teammate, best sparring partner, I believe. Striker's he's one.
Proper best teammate, Chio best teammate. God, we're just going for Hitler, Stalin, Goebbels, fucking Pol Pot, Mao. Give it a rest. All right, no kills converted for Crazy Raccoon. Actually, Falcons managed to secure the backstep. Fielder jumped by Jumpin, but he will escape off onto the Mega Health Pack, and there is no chance for Crazy Raccoon to continue chasing. Thank you very much for the $4.20.
Nice. She's going to have
Thanks
Nano.
for the $4.
She's going to have a little Nano very shortly. Fielder's going to have one of his own as well. Jumping slightly ahead of a Primal Charge to maybe chain that one into it. But it's Falcons who have to retake. Merit's going to be kept in check on that high ground for now as someone tries to find his opening. Nano comes through, but Whip Shot is good, and someone's going to get nowhere close with this. Counter Nano from Jumpin. Whip Shot also good, so both Winston's just going to stare at each other and say, yeah, you two. Both teams reset. Nano's traded. Nothing's happened. Another pause.
Come on. Another pause. Unbelievable. Thanks for the $4.20. Look, if you want to donate $4 to say something about how I'm the worst coach you've ever seen, that's totally fine by me. Because, something about sticks and stones, words, and money in my bank account. I'm sure there's a way to tie all of those into one neat little package. Yo, coach, can we get a VOD review going? I'm afraid not, Playboy. But welcome to the stream. What's good, Playboy? Do you think Mikey was a good teammate? He was a bit of an asshole, but I think he was actually really good at solving problems. I think he was a very smart player. Who's having issues? Somebody on the stage, if I were to hazard a guess.
It's definitely someone.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but money can never hurt me. True.
Ooh, why no Sojourn? It's just a good map for Ash. You kind of see in terms of we just saw those two Nano trades. Look how difficult it is for Winston's really to get into a meaningful position, right? You add in a coach gun into all of that. So actually, in these sort of types of range, the Ash can really get away with it. Probably to true on Lighthouse, not so true on Well if we get there as well.
Yeah, I think Winston on a Brig, like, it just matches up very well with the slow hit scans like the Ash. Sojin is, perhaps better paired with, your Lucios and your Kiris and whatnot because you can play quick. Oh my god. that's fantastic, Elliot. That's a what are you, 27, 26, 28 years old? Can't believe you're writing that as someone of your age. But thanks for the Bezos bucks, mate. Put that on fucking Afterpay. 4 easy installments, and we could be good. Actually, if there was a way that we could do Afterpay for Twitch donors, we might be in a good place.
Sorry, I didn't have time to hear about your... I was getting locked in. Jacob from the chat was trying to explain that the way to get rid of a tomato stain on clothing is to put it in the sun. I didn't believe him, but now he's showing me progress photos.
Can't you just put it in the wash?
Yeah, you can, yeah, but apparently the sun works for tomato stains as well.
Yeah, but washing your clothes probably does.
The sun just seems to work. Sometimes it stains, right? Tomato on white.
Casaurus tipped $4. You're the worst coach in NA. Thank you, Casaurus, who, despite writing Casaurus, appears to have the first name starting with an H on PayPal. But thank you very much. Thanks, Cass. We'll roll with it. P1CKR, thanks for the tier 1. Welcome to the Parasocial Friends Club. If you want to keep giving me $4 increments to tell me I'm the worst coach ever, literally keep it up. Like, it puts a smile on my face.
Oh, hold on. Please hit.
Between the sausage and now the tomato, we're full of superstitions. Yeah, no, because what happens, Ataraxias, is if you bury a sausage and leave your tomato-stained wedding dress in the sun overnight, you're guaranteed to have a long, happy marriage. I think Xavier missed that bit, unfortunately.
Well, something about, presumably about burying a sausage, right? So be good weather.
Yeah, if you both bury a sausage and leave your tomato-stained wedding dress out in the sun, you're guaranteed a happy wedding.
Oh, that's good. That's exactly what we're hoping for.
Happy marriage thereafter. Yeah, Chris definitely did. I think Chris forgot to bury the sausage. Honestly,
don't think it applies in China. I think it feels remarkably British.
Yeah. How many gifted to sacrifice Kellen on stream? What kind of sacrifice are we talking? I bury a good sausage. That's good to know, Snugs DK. I think we're talking about a different sort of sausage burying, but I do like the He-Man picture. So yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Snugs. Killing it. Yeah, like, we could do like a crucifixion of Kellen for a certain sub goal. Maybe if we get like 1,500 subs in a given month, I'll crucify Kellen. That could be good.
Yes, for the sun theory people, it's the UV rays from the sunlight that break down the tomato.
How many gifted to cut your hair? I might just do it. He's saying OW tipped $4.20. Paused so you can run ads. Goat. Absolute goat. Thanks for the $4. It's always a different person too. Not the fucking flat ad regime. Oh, that's a good first time message.
Regime.
I like that. Yeah. I mean, at least they know, at least they know that it's like when Flats is streaming Marvel Rivals, I'm doing reruns and doing this with the most predatory number of ads possible. Like, how much money must Flats earn, dude? Like, fuck. I saw him with 12,000.
Oh.
I saw him with 12,000 viewers today, and he's competing in a... Oh, FLX Red Eyes with $4.20, best in the West. Thank you very much, FLX Red Eyes. You're lying to yourself, and you're lying to me, but I appreciate it nonetheless. But yeah, like, 12,000 viewers, and for the 12,000 viewers, he's competing in a $3 million Marvel Rivals tournament, where he's top 8 already. Like... After Axiax with 420 bits, you were the worst coach OWCS has ever seen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Outrageous.
It means the world.
Outrageously good bit from you, actually.
Does anybody else have $4.20 that they would like to use to throw tomatoes at me? Bear in mind, I know how to get tomato stains out of my clothes now.
Mrs. Ramatra asks, but how come people are able to grow tomatoes if the sun just dissolves and breaks them down? For protective skin.
Oh my god, did you not know that the pulp is inside the skin that protects the fruit? Guys, can you tell me I suck for $4? No, Weeds, you need to degrade yourself for multiple hours a day and then go to bed unhappy and alone in order to get the $4 incremental donations. Thanks for linking Sir Marjed's stream without any further comment. Farting, thank you very much for the resub. Welcome back for the 3 months. He's not the worst coach. He's just one position worse than Yaki. Objectively true. You're welcome. Oh, love a good live stream.
It's not called the tomato foreskin. It's not. Come on.
I mean, I only eat uncircumcised tomatoes, so I feel like it is possible that I call it the foreskin.
Don't need to circumcise
that's
a
another
tomato.
Desiree, thank you very much for the $4.20. A backhanded compliment where I am attractive but a bad coach. Wheats tip $4.20. You're the best coach in NA. Okay, who's pretending to be Wheats in my donations? Thank you very much to both of you.
Postbomb's good from
postbomb.
Hesang. Takes down Fielder before this fight starts. Don't even need for Primal. It's going to be another reset for Falcons, who have really not got anything going at all on this Ilios rune so far.
Yeah, no momentum whatsoever for the side of Team Falcons. Apparently you can take the Han Binston out of the team. Oh my god, 2 HP burning, and he is saved by Charong and Shu. Clutch heals coming out from Crazy Raccoon there. But yes, you can take Han Binston out of the roster, and immediately you will lose the ability to play Monkey Comms as Team Falcons. Hisung up on the high ground actually takes a bunch of damage, but he blinks over to the Mega and he's right back to full. Hot is Shu, 60% to his second nano boost of the round. Anti-nade splashes onto Chio, a classic Shu nade, and the backline from Falcons have evaporated. The Butter Brothers, Fielder and Chio, both go down. Jumpin pops the Primal Rage after being pulsed. Merit has a Bob on the point, but it's 5v3. There's no healers alive. Crazy Raccoon are surely good for this.
Looking good for it now. Coming back in. One more swing from someone, but it's going to be only an overtime trigger, and they are in big trouble. Going to fall. And that felt a bit hopeless from Falcons there.
Another $4.20 US. Yaki is a better coach than you from Sugar Free OW. I know Lenny wouldn't say that because Lenny wouldn't bother to open the stream, and Lenny would never in a million
Send you
years
money.
give me money.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
It's just impossible.
After Lenny has seen what I do and call coaching, there is no way in hell this guy would give me money. He's been trying to call Tucci week after week and say, can we please fire this guy? And again and again, I just keep giving him different Discord tags to other people. As long as I can keep him out of contact with the organization, I can keep my job.
I've got 4 different accounts where I've had to pretend to be SSG management and have a conversation with Sugar Free. We're keeping him at bay for now.
Anything to stay employed.
More Winston, more Anna, more Brig. Farron this time from Hesang, and Stalkit's going to be playing the Echo, so Merit is going to be playing the Tracer. I told you we'd see Tracer Echo. Beam comes through onto the Winston,
theory.
and Jumpin's going to be cleared. And that's going to be fighting for this left space, and it looks like Falcons are getting the better of this so far. Still going to have Lip to deal with up on the high ground, so Stalker's going to take a bit of a back step, but Falcons' backline's on the other side, so he's just completely separate from Stalker here, who has the mini back onto the high ground though. Given Lip the slip, so Lip's going to turn his attention to the backline. Defensive nade on to jump in to top him up, and they've actually got first flip out of this. So the slip from Lip leads to the flip, and now a nano advantage for Fielder.
Classic case of lip slip, and frankly, I see no potential here in Team Falcons' comp. Kasora spent a year forcing Merit on Tracer to no avail. I don't expect any change in outcome here. Crazy Raccoon, they are comfortable with lip on Tracer, and Hisung is probably the best firer in the world. $4.20 from Desiree's. Thank you very much. PG would be a better coach than me. I appreciate that. Did you really think that? You're a moron. You're a moron. Thanks for the $4.20. PG would not be a better coach than me. It's him.
Stalker's dropping now onto Hesang. Full sticks, but Hesang's actually killed Fielder before that, so still a net positive for Crazy Raccoon. Thanks to those rockets connecting. Chio's going to get finished off shortly afterwards. And it's going to be another reset here for Falcons. 4 Stalker way out. And they still can't get anything going. Got the nano coming back. Copy soon. Primal is very slow. Rally a little bit slower. Huge struggles for Falcons on this mirror.
Falcons really an uphill battle for them right now. We've got a couple players hiding away, Lip sneaking in the back, looking for a pulse bomb. Fielder has the nano to counter it out. Sticky Stalker closing on the copy as he fights up in main as well, but Lip is just taking his sweet time. Out comes the nano onto Hisung. Stalker has the copy available. Pulse bomb comes out in the backline onto Chio though. Another $3. Thank you very much. Poe. Oh no, that's PGE to kill Hunter, actually. That's not Poe. Thanks, PGE. Appreciate the $3. And everybody from Crazy Raccoon is just going to wipe Falcons. The Pulse Bomb, far too good from Lip. The Nano Turn, even if it doesn't deliver immediate kills, the value is there. And we're on last fight, where Falcons are yet to win a fight. Oh!
Heesang's giving him an opening. Tries to go to the barrage to punish someone there before Primal, but just dies. Everyone else was there. Someone jumps away. This is the biggest opening Falcons have had, and boy, did they need a break. Lip is going to get chased out here by Merit, harassing him down to the low ground. But Jumpin and Lip, they're behind still. They need to be careful. Dive onto the backline, lands on. Phil does nade, doesn't do enough to save him. The backline's still getting traded. Now Chio's in big trouble. Someone comes in for a touch, has to immediately pop a Primal. Raddy comes out from Chio, but he is getting bashed and booped around. He was slept, actually, I think, maybe. But either way, just immediately taken down by the Crazy Raccoon backline. And it's just as the door is opened, it's slammed right back in their face. Stalker's going to copy the Winston, but he slept up.
You know, some people that, you know, maybe in the know might have felt that this Falcons versus Crazy Raccoon matchup, this particular El Clasico might have been a bit underwhelming. What is that pulse bomb, Lip? Just no kills coming through for Team Falcons as they stagger onto the point one by one. It's Merritt and Fielder versus the world. Naturally, Merritt misses the pulse. He's staggering out 1 second longer, but Fielder's playing for his KD. This is a very underwhelming first map. Was that 200-0? Did we even see a cap go through for Team Falcons?
It's 200-0,
Jungbin looking
yeah.
very concerned as he reaches over the Lip. But 200-0 is not what you expect out of an El Clasico. And with Wrecking Ball banned and someone, the Winston specialist, being in the lineup for the side of Falcons, you would have thought minus Han Winston plus someone, Ana Brig, Tracer matchups, surely these teams are going to get closer, not further apart. But instead it's a 200-0? How does this even happen?
And not even two. I mean, I guess there's no such thing as a close 200-0, but it didn't even look remotely close. Falcons were struggling for a kill. The only one they really seemed to get was that one on when Heesang just barrages in spawn unnecessarily. But this is, yeah, really poor from Falcons. If I'm not mistaken as well, did they get first ban?
Would they have gotten first ban? Like,
I think they shouldn't have, but Korea's been a bit weird with who's banning first in some of these maps. Like, quite often I feel like the team I don't expect to ban first based on previous seeding has got first ban.
I just don't... I can rewind, we can sync up again, we can check them.
Yeah, it says, yeah, Bull first, then a Freya ban in response.
Yeah. Why would Falcons ever get the first ban? Crazy Raccoon won the land.
Yeah, I 100% I agree with you, but also 100% it's been happening in multiple series where the team... Obviously you can choose who
Are you sure it's
first.
not just like a second ban choice? Like,
I don't know, maybe I just saw it wrong, but...
it could just be they chose.
They chose to give it over
Lowest seed gets first ban
yeah.
because higher seed gets map pick. I think it's based off playoffs, no? Like Korea playoffs? Did Falcons do better than Crazy Raccoon? I thought Crazy Raccoon won both of those things.
Yeah, I thought I'll double check that. But yeah,
Falcons hasn't like won one of the big tournaments since Magomed 24, right?
There we go. As we had stage 1 playoffs. Yeah, it was also just Crazy Raccoon, Zeta, Wave, and Falcons. So.
Yo, Aspire, thank you for the $1. I appreciate that, man. Oh god, look at Fielder.
Falcons won Asia? Okay.
Feels like a weird reference for who
Like,
gets the top seed.
Yeah, I don't
It's
understand
like
why you wouldn't just...
Yeah. You win your Mickey domestic tournament, and then you lose at the big international one, and then you get to be top seed for your Mickey domestic result.
Yeah, the whole thing's a bit messy because the structure for stage 2 of Korea and Asia is just different to accommodate the Esports World Cup. So,
Oh, 9K's returning to form. He's putting on his jacket now, you know? What they need is a Falcons hoodie. If they could get a Falcons hoodie, I feel like Falcons would be back.
that's all they're missing.
God.
That's Hammond coming in as well.
It just doesn't look good on the side of Falcons. Like, you look at the stage, and everyone just seems... Like, Fielder was CJ spinning in his chair. 9K was standing behind fidgeting, looking uncomfortable. Harmon's got to do his fucking 10-minute ritual to make the monitor visible for himself. I don't know, it's just grim. And looks like Aid is reaching in behind Chio and fucking teaching him how to play Winston on a Brig for the first time. Like, I don't know, man. CJ Spin.
Yeah, but all people, I guess, lots of people asking about proper. You know, why not play proper if you're going to play Tracer, blah, blah, blah. But the idea of just benching someone until further notice is it's not just benched until we need a Tracer player again. It's basically just, you're off the starting roster, you're not playing.
Falcons are getting good. You think they're leveling up right now? You think this mid-series review is going to be the thing that helps them level the fuck up? Not trying to control your body language, just giving advice for you to fit the role better since it doesn't seem natural for you. Thanks, Joywatch.
Alright, New Junk City the pick. But why? What did he do? We don't know what he did, but the team think that they'll be better long term without him. So, or without him playing now, I guess, is like the caveat to that. But I'd be pretty surprised if we ever see proper.
Are you talking about
in
proper?
the starting lineup, yeah.
You think he's done for good?
On this team, I know if like career-wise, but like it feels like, I feel like whenever somebody says this thing where like we're benching this player and then like, but you know, there's a way back into the team down the line, that's just like the thing that's said. It never actually happens.
Yeah, I don't know. Proper's got a reputation for being a little bit of a toxic one, and then winding up benched when they've gone and done this roster reform seems a little crazy. But like, I thought the whole issue was that like he wanted to play with Harmon, not someone, you know, like that it wasn't working with someone and he wanted to play with Harmon. And then like at the same timing that Proper gets benched, Harmon winds up playing anyway, like every series.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what's going on with that. Unless he wanted someone hard benched and refused to play with someone or something. Like it's hard to know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Max is in. Falcons have a chance. Unfortunately, Max has been winning his maps recently.
Yeah.
Like, thanks to the 5 cents Desert Rose.
Honestly, looked very good on the Hazard recently, whenever he's taken these matchups.
God, I hate to be saying stuff like that. Let's just say he looks good on Zarya, you know? keep it realistic.
Falcons have any chance win this first time message? No.
No. They just need a map, though. They just need a map to be top 4.
That's what makes it more heartbreaking, right? Because if it was like you need to beat Crazy Raccoon to get top 4, it's like, that's really tough. But a map, people, you can get a map, right? You get a map every now and again. Get a map every now and again.
Thanks for the 15 cents, Desert Rise. Let's go, cunnies. Bunning snags are in. Milton mangoes are prepared. Thanks, goonbaggers. Does not get much more Aussie than that, to be honest. Cheers. Good first time chat. Is it true that Stalker used his connections in the Korean government to get Proper silenced? No, I think Proper was probably silenced by the adults on his team because he's a child.
There's still a hierarchy in Korea.
Yeah, we do have those. The Hyung of the team said, "You're done." Oh. Hawk says, hype, Overwatch 1920 Hamptable. I think I only have the Hammond one. Let me try. Let me see what I have. Pretty sure I only have the Hammond one. Yeah.
Why doesn't someone dance or smile as much as since joining Falcons? Because Goomba was for fun.
Yeah, Gumba was Mr. Fun, the ultimate vibe coach. So, yeah, these things can happen.
Why do you think everyone calls him Good Time Goomba?
Good time, Gumba. I think I have Al 2019 Diva. That looks familiar as well. Have you ever seen Sugar Free Shirtless? Yes, I have. Hungry face emoji. Yes, I have. Thanks for the $1.
What do you think is the most toxic, successful team in Overwatch history? It's obviously London Spitfire. Nothing says toxic success story like completely booming, kicking half your roster, refusing to play, packing your bags ready to go home, and then winning the Overwatch League. That's an all-timer.
Thanks for $4.20. Honk to a smiley face emoji. Don't do the chill pedophile copy pasta. Fuck you, Fat Hammond.
Nah, no way it's
American
American.
timeout.
There's no way it's American Tornado because they weren't successful enough for it.
Oh, there it is.
Like, I don't understand how you guys can even suggest anything else when London Spitfire literally boomed and then won the Overwatch League. Like, there's no way. That's like the greatest example of a slingshot we've ever seen. Packed their bags to go home because they couldn't wait to go home, but then accidentally won the Overwatch League on the way.
Says, any chance of some Match Masters gameplay today? I haven't really been plugging it today, Conk, but you know, the night is young. The night is young. I just put away a big fucking HSP, so there's a chance. There's a chance. What is Match Masters though, Conk? Thanks for 10 biddies, Desiree's. Nobody's hitting that respect onto button bizarrely enough. BB appearance? 0%. I'm not drinking until the wedding. That's a lie. I'm not drinking until I'm at the airport on the way to the wedding. That's better.
What about those on the team? Yeah, they all shouted at each other and then they kicked half the roster. Sounds toxic to me. I'm no expert on personal relationships, but it feels like there might have been some kind of bust up. Generally, kicking half your roster right before playoffs isn't a sign of everything's all rosy.
Everything is totally fine. The entire roster being booted, players getting benched. It's no issue whatsoever. What do we have here? We have Orisa banned from Team Falcons now that Max is in. They're scared of Max's horse, and it's going to be a Hazard mirror. Hanbin, famously good at Hazard. Famously good at Hazard. Sombra from Stalker, so he's actually quite good at that. Because God only knows that Max is just way too good at Horse and Hanbin is just way too good at Hazard. Bat Brig coming out from Crazy Raccoon again. I don't like the Bat Brig here. I think Bat Brig with the Hazard mirror is dicey. I think that this is a liability. Shu, double bolted instantly, has to use the lamp. But Hanbin, being rather old, has to block up in the corner, will go down to lip. Cheer falls as well. Apparently Hanbin doesn't quite know his limits yet. You cannot teach an old dog new tricks, and apparently this new hero, this DLC character, is in the new tricks category for Hanbin. I like that one, Google OW. Thanks for 10 bits.
Struggling. We've seen Bat Brig. I mean, we saw TE play yesterday, and Sky had a really hard time. But before that, we saw Crazy Raccoon play it, and Shu and Strong looked rock solid here. So it feels like it can be a liability at times, and it does give them very limited speed, limited survivability. Gonna have to rely on Shu to really nail a lot of these lap timings against some of the key ultimates. But they deal with Heesang behind right now. They chase him all the way out. The Hunt is on. Can he get to the health pack? Wall off. He should get the kill. Hunt is good. Falcons with an opening pick.
Yeah. Opening pick for Falcons, they've got the bowler shot as well. Shu does not quite have that window. You can see Falcons now jockeying for as much position as they can possibly secure. Hack comes out onto Max as well. They're pressing forward. Nobody's on the point though. If they're not careful, Heesung's going to be back in the blink of an eye. Let's try and close out the fight by missing the bowler shot. Shu, no lamp challenge. Shurong bolted in the face. Merit doesn't need to hit the bowler shot to win the fight because he will just kill both supports in the neutral. And that is going to be Falcons taking the fight here. Need to get Stalker's EMP online before next turn though.
Yeah, need that one online or they'll be in big trouble. It looks like Stalker's going to try and find it. Virus comes out, but Heesang blinks all the way through. You can see Fielder playing with Stalker quite a lot here, just trying to find these timings to ambush this Heesang on the flank. Going to be a wall off. Merit's going to have a hard time with that one, actually. They need to come and save Merit, get him out of here. They all take a bit of a step forward to get him through. Now the window out the choke from Shu as they all swing out. Lots of damage, but no kills just yet. Desperate for ults back. Kitsune Rush comes out, but Max dies. Gets caught out by that Kitsune Rush now. Player advantage. Hanbin's trying to go forward. Whip shot keeps him at bay. It's a slow disengage from Crazy Raccoon, but they are getting away here.
Yeah, they will survive to live for one more fight, but they do have to retake into Stalker's EMP, so that could be incredibly tough for them. Window already burned. Rally, I mean, I suppose that can counteract an EMP on a particularly good day, but Stalker tends to be good for it. We're not watching Becky play Sombra here. So Crazy Raccoon, it's an uphill battle, this retake. They're choked out by the Hazard. The Brig versus the Hazard, always a bit of an awkward matchup. The BAP as well struggles to swing, and Stalker going to threaten an EMP anywhere they come. Crazy Raccoon walk out now, but the oh my god, the beat push from Cheer right away. Chirong pops that rally, downpour and boulder shot all coming out off screen, and Lip appears to have killed the entirety of Falcons. Harmon and Merrick go down. Stalker's still in this fight. He will kill Heesung as well. I think Falcons are going to try and clutch this.
Yeah, they've got a light touch and they've got an EMP coming back. They need to buy time though. Stalker's going to try and set up for this EMP. Then hopefully Hamby can take over the touch. Stalker might have to go first though. The one shot, he doesn't even get the touch actually. Walled off point there, and Crazy Raccoon will get the first cap thanks to that one. And tried to trade for support ults, then get the EMP, but just didn't get that far, Falcons. Now, over to point C, it looks like here. Going to be EMP advantage still for Falcons and Stalker.
Google OW, you're a fucking brain dead dude. Stalker really needed to find an EMP turn there when Chiron popped the rally, but instead he's missed it, and now Crazy Raccoon already have a 1-0 lead. Really need to see this EMP come out here in the neutral. Harmon trying to hold the side, just scrapping it out with Heesung at the moment, but really Falcons, they've got the early point position, they've got the ultimates. It should be a very hard fight for Crazy Raccoon, bar some heroics from Lip.
Swing onto the point now from Merit. They're trying to force the early objective. Crazy Raccoon comes to contest, but he's so good. This EMP, who will EMP get? Just gets Max, just about gets Max, and Merit has the follow-up. Lamp is late from Shu in the end, doesn't save Max's life, and that will be an EMP and done. Looked a little bit scary in the end, but the one and done on Max is enough.
Yep, all you need to do is take down Max in the blink of an eye. Just EMP him, take him off the face of the earth, and you should be good for a fight win. But next turn, Shu's going to be able to swing with that window. Fielder might try and go over it with the Kitsune rush. That was what they did last time, scrapped right into it. Face to face. Cheer just high ground wall riding, but god, look at this. Harmon comes flying in, bat out of hell off the top rope. Lamp comes down from Shu. Massive damage from Harmon right now, but nobody has died yet on the side of Crazy Raccoon. Shu is so low, but he's still alive. He dies to Stalker on the flank. The pinch is good. Everyone is scrapping it out still, but it looks like Merit is getting the better of them. It's a 2v2, but Merit and Fielder are... Wait, no, Fielder's on Moira and Spawn. It's only Merit left. Max has actually survived. Crazy Raccoon, they've won this fight. Christ.
They had to scrap for it. Yeah, it was a window weapon choke from Shu. Kitsune rush over the top from Fielder as they all try and flood through. But Crazy Raccoon, they just live so damn long. They're able to get away with that one, get themselves back onto point, and now they're going to have a rally for this next fight. Maybe a downpour too, but Chio's got a beat push ready to go. So expect Falcons to be aggressive with this. They almost always are. Going to be trying to get in some players from the side here as well. So it's going to be a Merit angle from main as they try this beat push.
Big push on the cards. Merit pokes, but Fielder goes down pre-fight. Lip as well, though. 1-for-1 trades, but it is so hard to win without Fielder. Condition is available, though. Cheer has the big drop. Downpour comes out from Harmon. Catches up Max. He's not going to be hacked up by this. Now the counter downpour, the beat in response. Harmon dodges it. Max continues to take a beating, but Crazy Raccoon, they've got so many ultimates to stay into this fight. Talk at 90% on the EMP. Bowler shot splashes on Harmon's chin. Max is scrapping it outside Chirong's rally, but Stalker, he can't get the EMP off. Chirong knocks his skull in. So it is looking like Crazy Raccoon again. Another storm has been weathered. Unless Harmon trades Chirong. There's still a little bit of back and forth here. Falcons, they have one last desperate touch, but right now they're just kiting it out.
Yeah, they can try and line up for this one. I think Stalker's going the far side right now, but I think Max has an idea of it. Yes, Chio to come by, drive by, gets the touch, but they lose both supports, and that'll be the end of that one. Another point goes over to Crazy Raccoon and Team Falcons. EMP advantage, but it's been a struggle. Absolute struggle for them.
2 points in a row they've lost with Stalker having the EMP in the back pocket. He just can't find the timings in the clutch. First time felt especially egregious. Second time he was face-to-face with the rallying Brig when he bought it. So I can understand that one when he finally built the ultimate up. But geez, Crazy Raccoon already 2-0 lead. They're already one up in the series. Remember, Team Falcons, they just need to win one map to secure top 4 here. And right now it's starting to look like they might not be even be good for one. Just a map. Lip's dead. Oh, Lip has killed Merit pre-fight. Chio goes down as well, bolted and tapped by Heesung on the ground. And Falcons, once again, losing a fight with Stalker's EMP in the pocket. Heesung with the blink melee finish onto Fielder, which is an absolute stunner for the crowd, apparently.
Got him. Smoked him. One clip. EMP now for Stalker, and they need so many things to start going their way, Falcons. They have to reverse sweep this New Junk City to get back into it, tie it up. They need this EMP to land more immediately, though. Eyes on Stalker as he looks to set this one up. There's a window available as well, so the EMP will match up nicely. Stalker through the choke. Merit's trying to fight out with this Tracer. They force for recall as well. Suzu has been used as Merit swings onto point. Now, on the backline, hits it. Two-person EMP. Lamp comes through from Shu, the window as well, but they killed Lip already. They need to find a way through it. Stalker is behind the window right now. Shu and Chirong, too much though. Merit's going to swing onto this backline. Loads of damage. The downpour comes out. Merit is locked up. Chirong dies, but so late. Max is still here fighting. He's got Heesang with him as well, and they might just about scrap it out. And somehow, some way, every EMP fight, Crazy Raccoon managed to live.
Can't believe they've lost that one. Merit does so much. Stalker will actually find the kill onto Max, and the flip will go Falcons' way before Stalker goes down. So this is crucial. Now Harmon can get himself back on the point, start contesting, stop the flip, at least give themselves a fighting chance. Chio has the beat drop in the back pocket. They might be able to beat push with this on the next turn, but Harmon has no timing. He's just trying to play life right now. The flip is being threatened. Harmon comes flying in. Bowler shot comes out, misses on Harmon. Beat in response. Wall goes deep. Bowler shot. Oh, so much trouble for Chirong. He goes down. Lamp is burned as well. Harmon looks to be able to survive. Max taking a beating now from Merit up on the high ground. Merit's so good at claiming the angle. Harmon wastes his downpour in what seems like an already won fight. And Crazy Raccoon, they may be losing this. Oh no, there's 57%. They got one more chance.
Yeah, Gio right now is on the hunt with Stalker for Heesang, but Heesang's gotten deep behind now. So it's going to be a fight out of a choke. Fielder is coming back on Baptiste as well. So I guess it's the year of the Bap now in these hazard mirrors, I guess. Not the Kiriko. All right. I guess I have to believe what I'm seeing. I have to accept the vision of the world that is presented to me. Going to be a rally coming back from Chirong very soon here, and Heesang's got a pulse bomb behind. He sees Stalker again just trying to mark this Tracer. Shio there to help out. Forces for recall, and Heesang's going to run behind again. This means Crazy Raccoon are essentially in a 5v4 as Heesang's getting poked out of a fight. Merit's going to pivot forward. Heesang's still coming, but has to regroup with his team. So now 5v5 back on point. Rally available for Chirong as they dip their toes on here. Still have control of a point. Wall out, and Chirong is being very patient with this rally. Choosing to close the distance. Now the rally comes out. Needs to help his Freya behind, but now the bash forward doesn't find all that much, but the window response from Fielder is good. Can they find kills? They trade 1 for 1. Heesang is still in the back
so
though. Lamp comes out from Fielder. Hamben is trying to kill Max. He has killed Max. And Falcons hold on. The cap goes through during all of this.
That mirror in 2025. It's the BBL Baptiste himself. Hello, Chosen. Yeah, no, they've been watching your play and they realize this shit's cancer broken. Bap is apparently completely back for reasons entirely unknown. But Falcons, yep, they do hold on. They're going to get early point positioning as well because they won that relatively cleanly. Heesang trying to flank in over on the right-hand side. You can see Stalker on the left. I'm getting my left and rights confused, but it is what it is. So Tracer's both sneaking in from behind, but the Lucio Bap team probably going to struggle with the Tracer behind a little bit more than the Bap Brig team. More agency for Hanbin though, if only he's not immediately getting forced backward, wasting all of his resource. And Crazy Raccoon, they're going to be able to step up first to the point now.
Yeah, they're on the point. Max has the downpour, but Chio's not far away with his beat. They contest the point just in time as Hanbin swings back on. Merit's trying to poke right inside, but it's not fighting a Tracer. Winning that duel, forces for recall immediately. Now can keep swinging, looking for it. Bolt takes down Heesang there at the end. Now the beat push over the top. Chirong and Shu, they have to try and lift this, but more pressure is coming. Chirong's going to fall. Now Shu is exposed. Good 2 kills from Merit here. Stalker on the backline as well. The Falcons getting themselves back into it here.
Oh, I need to adjust my quality. It keeps flickering around. Can you give me some numbers in a second? I'm buffering. I'm buffering.
8%, 9%, 10, 11, 12,
Alright.
13.
You're going to have to pause. 9%, 10%, 11%, 12%, 13%, 14%, 15%. These are percent. 16, 17%, 18%, 19%, 20%, 21%, 22%. Surely we're
we're good. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my pause didn't work at first.
Has the bowler shot. Hanbin has the downpour as well. There's actually many ultimates online for Falcons right now. Fielder can pop the window, force out some skills from Crazy Raccoon. Then Hanbin can close it out with the downpour. Merit's been pretty good with these bowler shots today. Already Max is on the point, just in the middle of everything though. No cover at all, so all of his block has been drained. Drop an exclamation mark drained in the chat. Hanbin will get bowled up by Lip, but he has the blocks. That's not going to do much at all. Windows mirrored on either side. Hanbin pumps the downpour now. Not sure that he's caught much of anything though. Chio and Merit both fall. Shu giving the slip to Hanbin. The old man just can't cut the mustard. And Team Falcons, they've thrown everything they had into this, but got nothing in return.
Perfectly synchronized windows there. The downpour from Hanbin to try and stop Crazy Raccoon using that window, but they all take a back step, then they come back through. Kite that one out perfectly. And now it's going to be a rally advantage for Chirong here as Falcons a little bit up against it here. Now it's a lot of their ults. Fielder's going to hit the Moira swap. Maybe just for spawn? Yep, still on the Baptiste because that's the hero that you're playing, the Hazard Mirror now. Pulse Bomb available for Stalker and for Heesang here. In theory, the ult advantage is there for Crazy Raccoon as Falcons step up onto point. They don't have a lot of time to work with Falcons here, so might just have to try and disengage the rally, try and take Laters for a long way. They're going to tiptoe onto point right now, try and respond to Max's pressure. Shu's actually 1 HP in the back right now. He's just dead. Now Chirong is alone on point. He's got bolts in. Chirong's going to rally. They're going to try and clutch this. Pulse Bomb out. It's on the floor though. Chirong has avoided it. Heesang with the gap as well onto Stalker. Max has died though. They're not out of the woods yet. Chirong continues to kite away from Hanbin. He finally goes down. It might still be enough for Falcons. Merit is pocketed on point. He's trying to repel Lip. He's trying to repel Heesang. Heesang has another recall used. They're getting out. Falcons will get the flip. The Crazy Raccoon have a late touch.
One last chance at a touch. Slay Queen Thenoris. Yes, you're far too late to discuss Admiral on Life Weaver. Merit getting so much damage in pre-fight. Already the touch is being heavily blocked. Everybody being fought on the sides. Crazy Raccoon, they do secure the touch, but their condition is low. Recall burn, max half HP. Chu taking damage in the back. That's Chu, not Chu. He's not a train. Beat available for Chio if things get dicey. Boulder Shot comes out. It lands on Chirong's chin. The beat comes out from Chio as well. God, I feel like they could have kept that. They could have held on. Merit is in an absolutely dominant state right now, but that was 2 ultimates for Team Falcons and they already had the position. Nothing came out from Crazy Raccoon there. It's 2-2. These ults, they might have wanted them for the final point.
Yeah, it's not the worst ult situation. Chirong has only just made the swap onto Lucio, so it sort of gets away with it. So they're not at a disadvantage, they just miss out on what would have been a pretty big advantage. It's going to be window versus window on this next point. Downpour is going to be up for both hazards partway through as well. They're trying to come through this choke right now, but it's a difficult one to come through. Pressure onto Max to force him back. Bowler from Lit finds all of nothing, but he has force for recall as well. Hanbin's going to drop to point as Fielder drops this window. The lamp is there, but Hanbin needs more help. They can't get it. Shu's got the angle to kill him on point, and Shu's window ends up getting way more value. Has the angle onto Hanbin, beams him down. Stalker still trades for Baptiste, but Crazy Raccoon get the first capture here.
Quite an ugly fight there for Team Falcons. They popped the window at such a shallow angle up on the high ground. It's so difficult to fight with it. Now we're in an essentially even situation where both teams have the downpour and not a whole lot else. Chirong is going to have a faster beat drop. Merit and Stalker both going to have their respective Pulse Bomb adjacent ultimates available in due course. Crazy Raccoon, they have point positioning right now. They're controlling the choke, but already you can see the swing is coming through for Team Falcons. They are not giving Crazy Raccoon even 1 second to breathe. Heesang is actually being marked out in the back. Slow play from the front line of Team Falcons. The Stalker tries to turn around and deal with it. Downpour comes out, catches Chirong in the open, but Merit, he misses the easy ones. The lamp doesn't even need to save Chirong because there's no damage coming through. Boulder comes into the back line though, and Merit has done so much damage. Fielder takes down Lip. Downpour comes out in response from Max. Pulse from Heesang catches Chio. He was 90 to beat. Chirong pops his own beat now. This is last fight savior. Harmon's trying to play life on the high ground. Fielder's trying to jump around, but he can't get it done. The Jackrabbit impression not working out. And that's the map.
Yeah, Crazy Raccoon are going to take it there. The Pulse Bomb killed the difference maker for Heesang. Couple of nice Pulse Bombs in a row from him. Now Chio's going to have to come for a last desperate attempt at a touch, but not even close. Crazy Raccoon take the second map. And while Falcons battled their way back into it, it started to feel a little bit more like El Clasico. Crazy Raccoon had too much in the end. Heesang clutches it for his team. And that's 2-0, and now we really are at crunch time for Falcons and the map they need.
Oh, Jelly Misu is skipping church right now and has requested a round of marbles because she's skipping church. So, you know what? Just because you're skipping church, just because you are quite literally, you know, putting the middle finger up to God himself or herself, we will get a round of marbles. Just for you.
I'm grabbing a drink. I'll put your stream on. If you want to play, hit Hunter's chat.
Hello, Jordan. Another $4.20 gay Hunter fan. No, I cannot do that. But thanks for the $4.20, gay Hunter fan. That actually does not help narrow it down whatsoever as to who you might be in the chat, because it seems that everyone in the chat is a gay Hunter fan. Oh, we'd said something amongst all the plays. I skip church every weekend, and you never played marbles for me. Truth. But, you know, some chatters are just more important to me, Weeds. What can I say? Play Impreg, really? Drop an exclamation mark play in the chat if you two are a gay Hunter fan. I'm not gay and I'm not a fan. Okay. What? Oh. Oh my god, there is no way that could send us a push notification to my phone. Okay, I'm gonna start the round. 187, wow, 186 people are playing today. We've actually got a play-happy group of individuals. So, lots of marbles taking place. Not even any match masters. Yeah, Jordan, yep, got it, mate. You want to play, you want to play. There's a button to, I think it's Alt. I'll find you. Oh my god, Ollie's playing. It's the Life Weaver guy. The Cream Machine. We'll watch you, Jordan. Let me in, you're in. TVNT has made it in by the skin of his pearly whites. He said, show me your hands. Okay, actually quite ahead in the crush here, Jordan. 200 gay Hunter fans for Pride Month. Hashtag heartwarming. It is. I presume TVNT missed the section where I said, if you play, you're gay. Yeah, it's not looking great, Jordan, but maybe you'll creep ahead in the cornfield. Oh no, I missed marbles. These things can happen. These things can happen. I died. Anger. You're done. You're completely done, John. It appears that I've rigged the race, and I'm winning. So, I guess I'll just jack myself off for a bit. See if I can close this one out. See if it's yet another rigged race. Try Hard Steve just has more momentum. I think there's a speed trap somewhere in here. Like, TVNT appears to be. TVNT couldn't possibly be winning. Like this Triad Steve guy, like he's gonna beat me. Yeah, look at that! Like, just sneaks ahead.
I'm back.
Not to get too competitive about the marbles and stream or anything, but like, surely he gets caught up here and I don't. Surely. It's winnable. It's a winnable situation. I'm just gonna die here. Fantastic. Fantastic. Nobody appears to be winning yet. There we go. Monkey Man's wins. It's close. It's close. Alright, got a nice Biden picture. Just doing a quick run through of the profile pictures. Curry Tomato, not to be confused with the unmarketable tomato. Dab OW with a trace of Dabby. Wet Wet with a picture of me. There we go. A picture of me did make it into the top 10. Very good. Hey Jordan, you're in this picture too. A person to the left of me in the picture was Jordation, the man that desperately wanted to play at the start of the round. Order up? Yeah, fucking order up, mate. Alright. Just a reminder for those watching at home that, you know, are not terribly interested in the marbles and more interested in the Overwatch that I'm half-assed watching. Crazy Raccoon versus Team Falcons right now. There's not particularly high stakes for Crazy Raccoon, I don't think. But for Team Falcons, Falcons need one map to make top 4. If they don't get that one map, they have to come through the last chance qualifier. They're currently down 0-2. Anytime it appears that there's even the slightest sign of life, a breath of air, well, Crazy Raccoon stifled that right out. And now we're going to Runasapi with a Malgabet, so I suppose Harmon is still in. And it's probably going to be Orisa. It's probably going to be an Orisa mirror for all of the marbles, not to be confused with the marbles that we just played with now. Hunter, how does one deal with the death and destruction of this dark universe? I don't know. I just pretend to have a job. Hunter is only gay for money, it doesn't count. Yes, I am gay for pay. Lots of pay. Keep the donations coming. and you may just be able to shift the needle close enough to make you happy.
Juno Brigorissa very much seems on the cards here. Max is still in as well. Could just play Hazard, but I think this type of map, relatively flat, Orisa will match up quite nicely, so might just take a mirror. Freya available. Could be a Tracer versus Sombra situation again. Heesang up against Stalker. Stalker's it's been more misses than hits, I think, so far with his EMPs. Can always just go onto the Tracer as well. Falcons, one more chance. It's gonna be that Brig actually from Crazy Raccoon.
Ooh, are they really doing this right now? Are we really? They got to not have proper dead, you know? Like, they can't have these moments where they need like a biblical Genji clutch, and they've just got Stalker on Genji for the clutch, you know? Like, he's quite simply not him on this hero. Like, I have never seen proper loser Runasapi on Genji. How many times have we seen Stalker loser Runasapi on Genji? Every time. WBAP Brig Gala, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. Juno Brig and the Queen. The Hanbin Queen for all of the marbles. He does have that clutch factor, that X factor. But does Stalker have the same? Will they be able to come across the line with this? I'm doubtful. And Lip has already pre-fight rolled out on Cass.
Yeah, Cass as well. The Jungle Queen should be a hard matchup here into Orisa, despite how good Hanbin is at that hero. Gonna be difficult to take a head-to-head, and Hanbin already on the back foot. Lots of damage coming out. They are having to play slow, Falcons. They are all beat up and bruised already. Max pushes forward with one more spin. They're all so low. Heesang's gonna get a kill in the back as well, and they have just fallen over here. Eyes on Hanbin as he'll be the last to die here. Does he stick the Queen or just take the Orisa mirror?
Oh, so tough for Falcons. I mean, you can see that they're just losing the neutral. Like, they never get to swing and take the space. Max just keeps on walking. Lip just keeps on swinging. Merit is stuck behind. Can't take the angle. Will get his head ripped off by the Cassidy. Now we've got Heesung ducking about in spawn, just wasting people's time. He's not going to die unless he completely shits the sheets, which is, you know, uncharacteristic of little Heesung on Tracer. Window comes out from Shu already, and there's no way for Falcons to even step into it. Hanbin is dead. Checkpoint is conceded. The aura check is being miserably failed right now for Team Falcons.
Yeah, Falcon's going to get up to his Queen Rampage as maybe one of their first ultimates. Powerful ultimate, but difficult into this type of composition because Max can just hold the spear, he can body block it, he can make it really awkward for Hanbin to find that value. They've got a High Noon to throw in next. Crazy Raccoon, steal a few more meters, then a Terror Surge too. Everything is going Crazy Raccoon's way as we come up to this next choke. You can see very narrow formations from everyone here, just playing to battle it up. Heesang is behind. They've got attention on that right now, trying to force the recall out of him. It comes through. Knife in main is wide, and Crazy Raccoon are actually slowing it down. They're trying to bait Falcons forward here.
Oh my god, Stalker goes in on the side onto Chirong, but Lip pops the High Noon immediately, and down goes Chio, pinned to the wall by the Tracer. Max pops the Terror Surge off screen while Lip continues to scrap it out. He taps Stalker in the head. He starts beating him to death. Blade versus Cassidy fists, and the fists come out on top. And that's going to be Falcons investing the Blade only because nobody else has built a fucking ultimate in this game so far. Crazy Raccoon, 100-meter lead. Admiral Theory is in full effect, Xavier.
No! Oh, it's a significant lead. Falcons are about to have an ult swing in their favour. Their support ult should be better. The Ray is much better than the window, but Rally comes through already. Fielder's going to take an early bash. Defensive shout from Hanbin. He has the Rampage now. He drops it. It's a three-person Rampage. It looks good. Chirog is so low. The lamp is keeping them all alive. Skin of their teeth. Lip has killed Fielder. They've weathered the storm. Chio still has the Ray. The window to swing out. The Ray comes through, but Hanbin's in so much trouble. Stalker is behind on 1 HP. Flashbang in the back of his head, and he falls. And they're just going to wait inside, wait for the storm to pass. The Ray is gone. Now they come back out, swinging on to this Queen. High Noon comes out from Lip. Ambitious here, but it's isolated Hanbin completely. A lamp from Fielder just in time. Chio just out in the open, forced out again. And he's going to fall 119 meters. An important trade for Merit. It might just save the day, save the lives of Falcons.
Is their lives being saved, or is their suffering simply being prolonged at this point, Xavier? 119 meters to 0. One fight win after all this time. I suppose the upshot here is that, you know, as Falcons continue to match on the back rig once again, Hanbin has another Rampage. That is a quick one. That is a really quick second Rampage. That is actually bordering on outrageous. Stalker over to the Tracer as well. Get the fuck off the Genji. Recall from Heesung over on the side. Note nobody is pushing the cart right now. Stalker not really winning this Tracer duel at this moment in time. Fielder is trying to
Fielder's still
kill
there.
Heesang. Has he given them the slip?
Yeah.
Oh,
This
slip
is-
theory.
I've been slipped. Wait, Chirong and Lip, they're rotating around. Falcons might be caught in the middle here, but Hanbin's going to one-shot Chirong as he comes around the corner, though, so Hanbin deals with that threat. Now they can deal with everyone. They are surrounded here, but they have the Rampage if they get into trouble, but I think they just think they're good for it. Couple of trades, though. That's the backline got no supports for Falcons. The Pulse Bomb! The Jax! The Rampage doesn't come off. The Pulse Bomb's perfect from Heesang again. The car has been stolen. That's the saving grace for Falcons. What a Pulse Bomb from Heesang. On fire today.
Right, I swear that was like a full-blown CTE Rampage from Hanbin. Like, he was pulsed, and then half a second later he pops the Rampage to just give it away. Like, I swear that wasn't like a reactive pulse when he's standing still for the ult. It just came out way later. Like, guy is just getting old. Stalker has a pulse bomb. He's very sticky indeed. For Crazy Raccoon, they've got the lamp, they've got the rally, they've got so many tools to work with. Falcons, they've just got a Hanbin with no Rampage. And a burning desire to have a Rampage later. Window comes out on the high ground, Boulder Shot comes through said window, but it's eaten by Max. Fielder will win the duel versus Heesang though. Terra Surge comes out onto the cart and Hanbin will fall. High Noon comes out from Lip, doesn't find the kill, gets a shot off. Fielder has to run away as well, but looks like Merit is stuck all alone on the high ground. Lip is camping him out, cannot find the kill. Cart keeps on moving forward though, and Max catches Fielder on the objective.
Chio trying to stall a few meters. Stalker's going to stall him as well. Javelin is out. Stalker gets hit. Does give a recall off, but needs to try and get out. Can't afford to die. But Merit, he was cleaned up, trying to get out on the high ground. And player advantage right now for Crazy Raccoon. They don't have any ults, though. But Falcons, they're going to have to use ults just to get out their spawn. Rally is the next one up for Chio. Falcons very much on the ropes. Crazy Raccoon has extended their lead. They come back into this. Merit onto the Cass. Ended up in a full mirror somehow here. And now Heesang's going to have his recall force behind. They want to try and win this one as efficiently as possible. Chio with a swing down to right-hand side. Bit of space for his Cass. Forcing them back. Has Varane if they get in trouble. Spear hits Chio. Slowing it down right now. Falcons just trying to get position for Merit and Stalker here on the flank. Lamp has been forced by Fielder in main. Crazy Raccoon have flipped the map. The rest are on. They have to keep the card contested right now. Rally comes out. They're coming through, but Heesang hits for Pulse Bomb on Stalker. It's falling apart again. Shu nearly has window.
Lip just beaming in main, but the damage is
It's
already
over.
done. Falcons. Yeah, curtains. No heart, no grit, no soul on Team Falcons anymore. Just a bunch of bums getting absolutely plowed by Crazy Raccoon. It's going to be a 3-0 win, mind you. Did not need a win, Team Falcons. They just needed a map, and they weren't even good for that. What's this clip? No idea. What's this clip? Is this the Junker Jacks? Yeah, this is definitely the Junker Jacks.
Zeta Division are saved. Top 4 for Zeta Division. Thank you very much, Crazy Raccoon.
Han Bean, hell yeah. Look, I didn't want Zeta Division to be saved, honestly. If there was a way that somehow, some way, Falcons and Zeta could both not be in the top 4, I would have been, you know, really cheesing. Is SSG going to beat Falcons at LCQ? No, SSG isn't going to make it to the LCQ because we're going to go to relegation. Knew you'd be in here, number? Legend? What you saying, Punk? Just played with Next Up, Flex Up Oz? What are you saying, Punky? Povey's next up. If you say so. How'd Sugar player of the match here?
Yeah, chat is saying Heesang robbed, and I'm very much in agreement here.
I wasn't really paying attention, so Shu feels wrong, but I don't know who feels right, you know? Like,
I think it's Heesang,
put my
honestly.
finger on that. Yeah. You should just make me assistant coach. Then I would have to share my salary with someone going this, so I'm good on that. As a money-hungry person. Not really interested in that. Make anyone else coach and then you'd win. Thanks, Punky. I appreciate the vote of confidence from you. It's good to say that shackling Lenny. I am weighing Lenny down like cinder blocks around his ankles. Like, always keeping him off the heroes that he's good at. Oh, always putting him in these just unwinnable situations, really. Hunter, why do you play Sugar Free over Scissors? To torture him. Jamal, coach and we win EWC. Yeah. Just got back. Crazy Raccoon 3-0. No, 3-0 for Fab.
Now that Max wins his maps, how do you
On
even
Tuesday,
draft / ban against
True.
Sebs?
Thank you,
Does
many
SSG
days.
pay more than
Go on.
you go?
Thank you, many days late. But no dollars short for many days late, as it's a tier 1 sub as well, so very much appreciated. Now that Max wins these maps, how do you even draft ban against Crazy Raccoon? I mean, the meta now favours it, because before Max was a lot more exploitable. But with his Hazard looking better, with Orisa being relevant, it feels like Max is a lot harder to, you know, it's not the same as the Hangzhou Major, where you kind of bully Max in and force him into difficult situations. Now his hero pool just seems like really suitable for the meta.
You needed Hongyu? You think if I had Hongyu, you know, little Hongyu with heart, we would have been fine this stage? Honky. Vision needs a coach, just saying it's like $33 an hour when converted. All the bullying would be on him and he'd take it. Yeah, that's what SSG needs, a sacrificial anode. What SSG actually needs is a bully, because there's no bullies, they're all too nice. That's the biggest problem with SSG.
I think you've got plenty of targets, right? I feel like Bliss and CJ, they've got like whipping boy energy, you know?
Oh my god, like if we had a bully, we could get so much more out of Bliss and CJ. Seriously, like just... But no, we've just got fucking nothing. No bullies at all, just a bunch of nice guys. Just need one cunt.
I hear Propper's available.
You need to be the bully? I am, but you need one in the game.
They keep you in the bully.
There's no point just bullying in between rounds. Need some mid-round HR complaints. Like, it's the only way to win. Why do you think Propper's one of the best to ever do it? Because people can't stand playing with him for more than 3 months. Need to complete the team with Rack? No, then we would have some sort of like nice implosion. And then we'd come 6th like NRG.
저기까지 이제 닿을 수 있도록 만하게 부탁드리겠습니다. 자, 그리고 오늘 바티스트 불사케어 완벽했거든요. 정말 기가 막히다라는 말이 절로 나왔는데요. 최근에 아나가 좀 살기 힘든.
Why haven't I knocked up Hunter? He's literally knocked up, no?
궁금하더라고요.
그냥 솔직히 스크림 때
I thought I knocked.
싫어서 바티스타
Yeah, I remember knock. You haven't opened the door mats.
네.
그래서 계속 하겠다 했는데 뭐 희상이는 뭐 해봐 어떻게 되는지 해봐 뭐 이런 식으로 좀.
Now he's refusing to answer the door.
근데 결국엔 증명해냈죠.
증명해냈죠.
네.
야, 역시 좀 주도보단 바티다라고 또 한 말씀 들어봤습니다. 그리고 라운드 로빈 이렇게
It's T1 against onside next, if I remember right.
있었습니다. 소감 한마디 들어볼게요.
Do I remember right?
저희가 사우디 확정이라고
I do.
해서 좀 나태해지지 않고 그래도 항상 이기려고 노력할 테니까 많은 응원 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 나태하지
What's the law? I don't know if there's any strong law. Players have a reputation within the scene, you know?
통해 라쿤 슈 선수에게 또 엽서가 도착했습니다. 슈 선수 안녕하세요. 일본에서 왔어요.
Why Korea only play
귀엽게
doesn't play off tank, only main tank? No diva? Just where the meta's gone. Especially in Korea, it feels like it's like Hazard and Orisa. Ball if you've really got a ball player. But very much every team seems to be leaning into that really heavily. A bit more variety. I'll go on.
Someone redeemed a minute of peace and quiet, so I had to tap out.
That's like 200k, no? Because I was considering this at one point because I've got the funds.
알겠습니다. 자, 이렇게 슈 선수 아나포즈 들어봤고요. 자, 이렇게
So why Junker Queen? It feels like desperation from Falcons, honestly. It feels like they don't think they can win in any of sort of like more common meta comps. So they're just trying to lean in. Oh, Hambin's really good at Junker Queen, right? Will that solve things? Because even honestly, right, the new Junk City wasn't that bad. Like the Hazard mirror. Really didn't feel like, I didn't look at that map and be like, well, there's just simply no way they can win this mirror. Like, it makes sense to try and change it, play a different matchup again, but I thought the Orisa would have been their go-to more than anything else. But you know, when you're desperate, you have a tendency to make foolish decisions. Yeah, did you just see? You may be in a minute of peace and silent, quiet again, but
It's over. It just ended.
That rampage was so far after the pulse bomb.
Yeah, it was really bad. I know that Smirk, he just used a hammer and got a 4x bonus. Cried. I was actually scrolling through TikTok, but good shout. Honestly, even Unter could coach Falcons better. Minty leaves in your chat.
Oh.
I wish I could time people out in your chat, you know? I wish I could assault people.
Looking for a bully, wanting to assault.
Redeem.
Is everything okay at home, Max?
Rarely. The minute of peace and quiet redeem is just so Unter can go on his phone for a minute. Literally, though. Like, I'm not going to sit there staring at the camera. Like, I'm just going to fiddle around with little computer. Like, download
Good
Match
old little
Masters.
computer.
You saved any TikTok fat animals you will goon to later? No, what I saved on TikTok was actually this one here, which is went here and everyone knew you, and it's Gay Street. I thought that was quite funny. That was the best TikTok that I saw in the minute. Just for clarity again, yeah. Went here and everyone knew you. Gay Street.
Is Unter breedable? Unsuccessful so far.
Good morning! Good morning, homosexual! Exclamation mark, good morning. You missed another cold ocean win. But these things can happen. These things seem to happen regularly to you. Is there anybody I can steal from on Twitch?
Looking forward. This will be a pirate moment, I feel like.
Lep's playing. Lep's been playing all night because I think he got the OWCS. Oh, he's watching me! What the fuck? I'm trying to steal from him. Like,
you were trying to reach into his pocket, but he was already in your pocket.
Guy's just way ahead of me. Like,
no, China doesn't stream on Twitch, only on Bilibili or also on YouTube as well. If you look for like Pro Chaser Overwatch on YouTube.
Marjad, Avril, any Titans? Oh my god, Avril's doing it with ZP today.
Ooh,
I did not know that ZP still watched.
You did Marvel Rivals now, I
First time
thought.
love Candy. ZP?
Yeah.
He's just looking for a job, I think. You know, he'll do anything that he can get.
Saw him on, what do they call it? Fight Night?
He was huge on Deadlock. He was huge on Deadlock. Like, when
Was
Deadlock was coming out, he was fucking doing tricks on it, man. Like, he was going actually ballistic about Deadlock. But I think I've seen him on a Fight Night as well. The only reason Ante isn't where his team is because he's docile in real life. What do you mean by that? Chasm playing Overwatch? Last time I checked, he was playing fucking Doom. Oh, he's on ball. It's Circuit.
He's back.
It's Circuit.
He's so back.
It's Circuit and he has a minute time bank, actually.
Oh.
And he's just instantly got a triple. And then double boop the enemy Mercy. Fuck, this guy is good at ball.
He's still got it?
He has well and truly still got... Is this Masters?
Has he like D-ranked because he's not played in so long?
I don't know, this looks like Masters. Chasm is in tennis chairs. Is that like... Yeah. Why is he Masters? Oh, he missed the ball. Boopy cancel.
What for Boopy cancel? Wait, what's China in the break? Because normally not that much interesting's happening. Have a look.
It's just like, watch massive overdog team pump massive underdog team on repeat.
What's happening right now?
I don't want to cosplay as a maid.
We're just getting into a pump.
What are we pumping for?
It looks like Weebu are gonna finish off his Saravasa and what feels pretty dominant over Homie E.
Really? Who would have thought that the best team in China is beating a team called Homie E? 4 2-minute ad breaks, 5'4" light skinned condom. That feels like a good first time chat from you, mate. Thank you. Enjoy the ads. And Chasm's about to kill everyone somehow. He's missed his slam. He's killed nobody with mines yet.
Homie about to reverse sweep as well.
Take the piss. Are they about to reverse sweep in the sense that they're down 0-2 and like this is the beginning of the reverse sweep? Or
they're 2-0-99 down and they just want to fight. So, so we're right at the precipice of the reverse sweep there.
All reverse sweeps start with the scenario that you just described. Ask him to play Lash again. Please play Lash.
Is the maximum quality Pro Chaser can offer me? Yes. Right.
Hey bro, fist bumps you explosively. Hello bro.
And this reverse sweep's been
Thanks,
cut quite short.
You kidding?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're going to win a second map here. So now they've got to reverse sweep the series
no
instead.
way.
But also will
Oh,
reverse sweep start
no.
from this situation.
It's fundamentals of a reverse sweep, mate. Being down 0-2.
Would I cover the playoffs for China? If it doesn't clash with Korea? Yeah, then probably if it's the week after. Yeah, why not?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, one says a bit of stakes involved, you know?
I can think of a reason why not, but I'm also considering covering Japan for money. So like,
It'll be on the weekend, I'd guess.
oh god,
You love working
had my
weekends.
weekend leisurely activity. I had my weekend leisurely activity today. I helped my friend move a fridge for an hour and a half, and then had to leave before the job was done because I had to come home and stream. So,
How
my
far
social
were you
activity.
moving this fridge?
well, he doesn't live with me, so I had to drive to his house on the other side of the city, and then drive the fridge from his parents' house to fucking his apartment. So, it was a bit of time. And our scrims were late today because of matches.
Perfect.
Yeah, just perfect, really. Walk the fridge. Fair enough, Sans. Fair enough. The Camry can fit a fridge. We put it in a trailer. Exclamation mark scrims. That's not a command, homosexual.
If you guys want to book scrims with SSG, type exclamation mark scrims right now to book your slot.
Get the calendar invites going. I can't steal content from you. I'm in voice with you. Wake up, Max.
Can I get you the codes for the ESL final? Ah, probably not, Gandalf.
Please. Everyone wish homosexual a happy Pride Month. What is Anzi doing, man?
Exclamation mark blacklist. Ah, can't believe you've been blacklisted by Evan.
Is An speaking Japanese?
Arns? Yeah, I think he does, right?
Yeah.
He hangs
What
out
the
with Tayo.
fuck?
He hangs out with Tayo quite a lot. I think they've got like
When
swear
did
they
he learn
lived-
Japanese?
I think they lived together for a bit, no? Tayo and Ans. Anyone got the law here?
Wait, he's coaching for the Varel tournament. Oh my god, getting coached by Ans. Aim better. Stand still and aim better.
No, you're moving too much.
You're moving too much right now. You need to be in a position where you have to move your mouse as little as possible. He streams in Japanese, I thought. It appears that way. I mean, that is genuinely the method. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but if you look over here on the left-hand side of the following bar, at the very top is Overwatch Esports _ Japan. The next is the Marvel Rivals streamer. And then the one below is OWCS Korea being covered by a Japanese person. Then there's Marvel Rivals again. Then there's a cozy late night streamer that has nothing to do with esports. And then there's another Korean man speaking in Japanese. So 1, 2, 3 of the 4 top streams of my following list are Japanese, essentially. Japanese esports, gangbusters.
Yeah, because a few people are saying on Shock, but I'm not talking about Shock. I'm pretty sure they lived together like long after Shock for a bit, or like Anne stayed with Tayo or something.
Viewers high to low. Top
Yeah,
viewer may contain sexual themes. I'm in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Finn speaks Japanese as well. It's why he's such like a popular player for Zeta Division, because he can walk in both worlds.
which uses the newly developed
Yeah, 6 of the 8 top streams in the Overwatch category right now are Japanese.
Yeah.
This monitor has inherited the XLX
Is there an
monitor
English speaker that
design
covers
has
Japan? Me,
incorporated
Waits.
industrial-grade bearings
Soon.
into the height adjustment mechanism.
Literally
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm doing it. I'm literally doing it tomorrow. I'm literally gonna try it tomorrow because I thought, yeah, I could be good for this.
Players can perform their
This
best
like works with my schedule.
in games.
Hunter speaks English? No, I speak Japanese. That's why I'm gonna cover Japan. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Do you want to do... I'll come cover Japan and we'll cast exclusively in Japanese tomorrow.
Okay.
Frantically typing into Google Translate.
Is Australian English? This is the master plan Aaron Keller had when he ordered the Overwatch team to make Kiriko. Fell asleep on my couch mid Crazy Raccoon game. You literally missed nothing. Waits is the thing. Wait, where's the Junker Jacks from? Oh shit! Lep raided me this minute with his AFKs. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. Nothing but love, Lep. Nothing but love. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you ran lots of ads. Wow.
Good on you, Lep.
Appreciate that. Good on you, Lep. You're good people. Real good people. Hope you added a 22.5, brother. All right. Where is that clip of the Junker Jacks? I actually want to see it. I spammed it. Good boy. Good boy. All right. Twitch.tv/clips. New. Watch this. Fucking watch this. Absolutely egregious toss from Harmden. Just watch that again, just in case you missed it.
Yeah, he does a full jump backwards.
Actually, so bad. Like, so bad. Just such an outrageously shit moment from him. Like, everything was for the aura check there, and he's completely failed. Who clipped this out? Was it No Idea? You're definitely going to get the fucking top clipper. For some reason, this has 70 views, so this must have been posted somewhere. Watch Playboy. Let's steal his content. Oh, poor guy. He looks like, you know that picture of Ultraviolet OG, and who's the third player? UV OG and one other, and it's like who's getting the best head as they C9 versus the Houston Outlaws on Ilios. It's Hawk, yeah. He looks kind of like that. Like in the frame that I've frozen, like paused right here, he looks like one of those three. UV OG and Hawk. Who's getting the best head? And Playboy is in the process. Let's get a screenshot of this. This is too good to pass up on. Let me save this for later, okay, chat? Don't let that go anywhere. If this can be added as Playboy Despair, that would be good. Playboy Despair. Thanks, 7TV people. How are we looking on games? Any closer?
I've had
onside
onside have walked out. Yeah, both teams walked out.
God, Opener looks like a little Boy Scout. Like,
Good kid, you know.
it's like the Koreans, like some of them go and they get the cleanest bowls you've ever seen in your entire life. And then OP just looks like he trimmed his hair himself. Like, he's not going for the classic Korean bowl. He's going for a completely different approach.
He just looked like a lovable kid in some kind of like family action adventure.
Is this a problem? Like, this match here, this is the team that Opener was kicked or chose to leave for his final match of the regular season as they get pumped by them. Like, do you think this match like hurts in some way for him? As he was on T1, like actively holding them back, and now they get to absolutely pummel him for their final game?
Well, I think there's always a bit when you leave / are kicked from a team. When even if you like all the teams still, and you're still friends with them, there is a bit of you that sort of hopes that, like, I kind of hope I was the glue, right? And they're going to fall apart. Not just crumble, but maybe just a little bit worse. A little bit worse now I've left. And for T1, very much the opposite has happened. And you're much more cement and glue, it starts to feel like.
There's a storyline for this match, but unfortunately, like when the match plays out, like it's just gonna be dull, you know? Really dull. Chasm got rank 1. Wasn't he in Masters? What do you mean he got rank 1?
Conflicting information.
Yeah, I don't understand Mama Hampton too. But yeah, Opener does look very happy in this interview, so I feel like there's no issues here. There's no bad blood. It's quite difficult to hate Opener because he's such a good boy. But yeah, just you wait. Kilo is going to diff the fuck out of Proud. I mean, to be fair, Proud has definitely not looked like the best Freya in the world, you know?
Nah, not really at all.
Aid or yeah. Is that Zest?
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know what Zest looks like.
방금 3대 0으로 션우 형이 이긴다고
Whatever you say, homosexual. Whatever you
원래
say.
이제 팬미팅 날에는
Yes,
져야지
thank you,
저희가
that
되게
Alu.
재밌거든요.
First time question
저희가
answer.
깔끔하게 이기고
Appreciate that.
고춧가루 뿌리고 가겠습니다.
What's the at of the middle player? That's not a player, that's the interviewer.
That's Lee Si-yoon.
Lee Si-yoon?
Lee Si-yoon. Yeah.
Lee Si-yoon?
Lee Si-yoon.
Lee Si-yoon.
너무 매운데요. 한 판당 20대
We're
수준
trying.
만들어줄게. 고춧가루 팍팍 뿌려줄게.
Lee Soo-min's sister? No, no connection, presumably. Just a Korean name. Alright, let's see if Chasm really is rank 1 or if Mama Hampton 2 has lied to me. How did you escape the timeout in the chat? I swear you got timed out for like a day. Well, Chasm does appear to still be in Masters, so I think I have been lied to.
Is he currently the highest ranked Masters player, potentially?
He's watching Belmar TikToks.
Who's Belmar?
Ah, just some fucking Muppet. Some actual fucking Muppet.
Is Proud not just top 3 Freya in Korea? No, I don't think so. 8 above, Merit above. Who am I missing? Not Flora, really. I think Flora's been pretty underwhelming on the hero as well. Honestly, like, even on, like, Probes look really good. I mean, that feels like a hot take, but... Lip, yeah. Yeah, very much. Not impressed. Not impressed at all by Proud when you sort of, you think of the expectations we have for a player like this. Is Merit the best? Yeah, he's up there. He's up there.
What do you think about the opener versus skewed head-to-head, Zav?
Well, I think Skewed has the talent. He has the ability. But when it comes to heart and spirit, there's no contest.
Opie's got him beat?
Yeah, there's no contest, yeah.
This is bliss. Alright. Did Crazy Raccoon win? Violently.
Yes!
KB the Ginger is so sexy, he's my favorite black guy. Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
hey, is Violet still looking for team? No, he's on Vision Esports with a Thobe. The whole 9 yards. Onside? Genji ban on Nepal?
Alright.
And a Brig ban from T1. These are insane bans, no? Like, I feel like T1 loves to play Juno Brig.
Yeah. And...
Like,
I mean, Addo does prefer to play the Tracer, but I think Zest does as well, so it all sort of feels a bit inconsequential.
Wow, look at Kilo, dude. Just...
Oh, Viper's in as well, actually. Oh, okay, maybe the Genji ban has a bit more legs, like against Viper.
Is he the Genji guy?
He's kind of just the sixth guy, but Genji's his best hero, I think.
It can happen, Monkey Mans. It can happen. Just download Match Masters and you'll make it all up, okay? No, I'm not going to ask him to send the $5. I'm going to ask you to download the mobile game. That's the arrangement here. That's the arrangement. I haven't been plugging it at all today. Haven't heard the cheer of the Masters even once.
Not covering Pacific
29,
this week, but I think Max will. 27, it just works.
25, 24. I don't know if I'll cover Pacific. It's already. It's like on Thursday or Friday, so I'd already be traveling. Yeah.
I'm with you.
It's just too late for me to do it. Yeah, it's also at like 3 in the morning. Attack already bullied out of the choke. Simcomp from T1 means that they get there faster and Attack just can't swing. And then Proud instant double tap onto Kilo. Maybe Proud is starting to pick up a bit of steam on the Freya after a couple of weeks of warming up. So there we go.
That's
instant
a classic
T1
reaction.
first fight win.
I mean, he did give the opening pick. He's back. Put him back in the top 3.
He's the best hit scan in the world. Yeah, he's done.
I can't even remember Quartz and Lubza now. Alright, another Freya, and actually, Kilo is very much of a backfill on this duel, to be fair to him. They're trying to come out this choke, but Donghack is playing. Dorman will not let them move. Attack is being pushed back here. It's a 3-person flip to point in the background, though. That's what Onside are really playing for. Attack was just for bait. They come over to deal with that, but Viper dies as he TPs towards point. And now Addo's going to get in behind for free. 4v4, but Addo's tearing them apart. 2 kills for Addo in the back. They've got player advantage now Onside.
Ooh, look at this. Kilo might be the best Freya in the tournament as he swings from behind, hits a couple of bolts on screen as well. Proud and Kilo both very close to the bowler shot. Now Donghack, he farmed up a Terror Surge already, just a damage machine. This guy is different. Everybody knows it. T1, nonetheless, they have managed to let this one slip. Viper off the Symmetra over to the Tracer on the retake, not interested in getting his team right to the point. Kilo swinging on the high ground. Proud playing his own passive high ground position right now. Donghack going for cross-map spears on the flying Freya. And the point touch begins for T1 with Viper tapping over on the end. What are they overheating for? Grow up.
Donghack gonna spin back into position on high ground here, trying to put some pressure onto the Freya, dropping for this kill as well, looking for it. Javelin available. Kilo is low. Terror Surge to follow it up onto this. Bit of damage, or loads of damage onto Attack actually. And this Kitsune Rush goes nowhere. Vigilante's used back in response as well. To a 2-for-1. T1 right back in it.
Such slow play there from onside. It felt like Donghack had the time to just do everything that he wanted. Overheats his gun, goes for a little constitutional up on the high ground, misses every shot on Kilo, drops into the back line and then finds the kill. Come on, where was the response from onside? And all of this time that Donghack was doing nothing. Attack, downpour onto a Gold Orisa. A controversial move from him, but what can you do? A 5-man bowler shot, splash, kills nothing, beats exchange. Proud uses the bowler shot to kill himself. There's so much left to live for, Proud. You don't have to do that. Viper has the pulse bomb, but he's on the point. He's incredibly low. Attack dies to Donghack though, and Kilo will fall to Skewed as well. T1, they very nearly give the flip, but they don't. And Onside Gaming, they've lost this fight somehow, some way. I can't believe that downpour from Attack.
I mean, he falls for fortify, right? All he needs to do, just wait. Just a couple of seconds, mate. Couple of seconds and it's a great opportunity for you. But no. Still just throws it out. Opener has found himself in it. Wait, he's got the kill. It's worth it. Opener's trade is worth it. They can come back onto point with all of this Onside Gaming. No tank available. Has Attack dips his toes in. Skewed is 1 HP as well. Has to back it up. And Onside Gaming just going to get the flip for free there. All thanks to OP.
Oh, Kilo's the best Freya in the world. Double bolt into Skewed. Oh, so good from Dopey OP as well. Definitely making a case for being the best Lucio on the planet as he boops Donghack off the map, who may be the best Orisa in the world. Match Masters installation sound. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Exclamation mark Masters to contribute to my dopamine rush. Onside Gaming now. They're in control. They've got the Kitsune Rush. But T1, they're swinging back in right away. Donghack takes a beating, has to use the spin. Stuck inside the Mega Room right now, but the swing should be on once this wall gets broken.
Yeah, Giz's going to get out of this one. Kitsune Rush available for Vigilante to come back into this. Irony's going to go first. Vigilante just afterwards now. Swinging through. Proud is out of this fight, really. They're still contained very much in the choke, and T1 can't take any space here. They're just being stuffed by Attack. Skewed is nearly going to have the B. Opener's dead to Proud for as the swing comes out, and now T1 have a bit of space to walk out on his high ground.
It's an even fight, but there's no supports alive for either side. Attack pops a downpour. Naturally, it's a 0. No touch right now for Onside Gaming. Spear from Donghack is good. Pulse from Viper is better. And even though it was a 2v2, absolutely worked in that 2 versus 2 situation. Donghack and Viper piecing up Onside Gaming. Opener comes back a little bit too slow to get the tap there, but he wasn't winning that 1v2 regardless. Hello, Capitology. Skewed is sneaky top 3 Lucio, by the way. That has got to... Okay, I kind of see the case for it in Korea, just because now Korea has gotten to the point where every single team just has a bunch of Kiriko one-tricks for main support.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
potentially so it doesn't exist.
you got Kivis and Lee Soo Min and all these fucking Kirio TPs. Like, Search. The main support standard is pretty fucked.
Yeah, who else would it even be? Because obviously Chio and Chirong well and truly up above everyone.
Lee Soo Min Lucio.
It's like Skuden.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not missing. Yeah, Alpha. It's not Alpha Yi. Yeah.
It could be Alfie. You know?
Alpha Yi is closer than you'd think, actually. Yeah.
Capitology says, I've watched most of the POVs and I'm pretty confident Skewed deserves third. Like, genuinely, you need a job, Cap. Like, what are you doing watching Lucio play a pulse for free in your downtime? Bolt comes out from Proud, once again proving that he is the best Freya in the world, based on the recency bias alone. Down goes Kilo, point control for T1, and Dark is just muscling all the way forward. Both supports dead, Cap goes their way, and onside gaming all the way back to their spawn door.
Nice decisive fight from T1 there. They can now hold for choke, and it's always difficult to retake on this map because this first choke is just brutal. You can see Viper's going to mark for right-hand side now, as we are getting the shield perk out from Donghak in all of this as well. Shield in the sky just to try and have it land a little bit later. Min-max knows cooldowns. Will be holding the choke, trying to make it difficult. Opener's going to try and take some space on the right, and they do have control of the flank now on side gaming. So they've forced Proud back to his side of the map, and they're still coming, actually. Trying to push this one is Addo and Opener, but they're getting repelled. Proud has that pocket, and Viper's come to help him out as well. Rico has been forced out by Opener, but he's getting 2v1. Addo has ditched him. Player advantage for T1.
Brutal for poor little Opie. He gets ditched by Addo. Addo seems to have forgotten his medication or something and runs away. Bowler comes in. Both sides, no Bowler kills. Irony's window not getting any kills either for onside gaming. That's 2 ultimates for nothing. Still a player advantage for T1, but Skewed goes down. A top 3 Lucio in Korea, dead pre-fight. Vigilante trades Kilo. Proud with another pick onto Opener. Good God. Skewed is 98% to beat. Opener is 56. A huge difference there. But Attack has pushed deep on the horse. Found himself another kill on Viper. Proud is dipping around on the point. No point presence for onside gaming at the moment. They are just waiting for the respawns before going again, but here comes the step.
Shield up for Donghak. They have Terror Surge and Beat ready to go T1. So as soon as onside gaming overstep, as soon as they feel like that Baptiste is too close, it's go time for T1. Attack trying to walk up and take some space. He's forced Donghak to DP onto the Mega actually. So Donghak uses all of his cooldowns. Eat the spear as well, trying to keep him in. Attack's getting on his head now. Suzu forced has for Terror Surge. Attack's giving him a business. Donghak's going to match that one now. Both twirling the batons. Lamb comes through from Attack, saves him for all of a second. And now he falls afterwards here. Bigger baton for Dong. And they are just going to stay in control of this.
Everybody knew that Dong had a bigger baton. T1, they don't... Opener doesn't have beat! Like, 90% to beat 100-0 on Sanctum? Shameful. Shameful. T1 looked a bit competitive on the first map, but Opener did die in the final fight, and that was hugely consequential. And now here, again, on Sanctum, Opener doesn't even build the beat drop. 100-0. Huge baton for Dongak. No surprises there. Onto Pacific is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week, not just Thursday, so you could do Tuesday and Wednesday. I can't do Wednesday, I'm flying. And Tuesday, isn't there Japan?
We overlap then. Maybe I'm thinking of last year. It was like Monday, Tuesday, Japan, then like Thursday, Pacific, something like that.
Yeah, I saw a schedule that was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Japan, Thursday packed, but I'm not a doctor.
Alright, I'll use...
If you went Sato against Proper, what's the predicted final score? 50-0 in my favor.
Let's look at Pacific. So Pacific is, what's that? 26, 27. Oh, sorry. I'm literally looking. 26, 27, 28. That was last week, though. There's only one day of Japan this week. Right?
Oh.
Only on June the 2nd, so that's tomorrow.
Hey,
yeah, week 4 only has free. Is this right on Wikipedia? Wait, let me move it so you guys can see. Is this right?
Wikipedia's perma full of shit, mate. I don't believe their lies. You saying 7?
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's in the box?
Wait, I thought you were going to do a bit. We literally had this conversation like 2 days ago.
I know, I just remembered. Yeah, because I spoiled it for you.
I won't spoil it for chat, but yeah, so and it had at least a 7th of the film 7 spoiled for me.
The gluttony death is a big fat guy.
Ah! 6. Look forward to the other 6 sins. Let's see, Pacific that's June the 3rd. That's all June the 4th. And yeah, that's all June the 5th. And that's all June the 12th. Package Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday just for this week. Alright, I've got a screenshot. Oh, this is the original schedule. What am I looking at here then?
What the hell? Send me that picture.
Right.
Where'd you pull that from?
I'm gonna say it wrong. Ottercorn. Send me it in
That's on
chat.
that otaku in the corner.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what about... This starts on the 9th. What about the week before? The upcoming week? Wow. Really quick games today. Like, really. Is this the fastest one we've done so far?
Yeah. It's all pretty...
Feels like an actual blitz round.
All pretty underwhelming games as well.
Yeah, my level of whelm is definitely on the underside. I think I'm gonna get a decent night's sleep though. Until I have to get up at 3:30 in the AM, but that's okay.
Oh, I see what you guys mean. Yeah, I was reading the in as an L. So I was turning it into a cone, but it's definitely in the corner. You guys are right.
Give me 1 second.
Can I say what
I've
bands
got an
appear on
expert
screen?
on
I'll be alt
standings.
tabbed. Yeah, I can do that. Otaku.
Don't do it. Is Otaku the one that always updates the Liquipedia?
Yeah.
Wow. Of course they've got the schedule in the back pocket. That actually, it all makes sense now.
Yes, another mystery solved.
Surely T1 just throw the grandfather offer a profit of pounce on him. I don't think that's how it works. Usually when you're under contract to an organization, you don't just get to like take the player from the other team, you know what I mean?
Rosters are also super locked as well. People really underestimating what the roster lock means a lot of the time, I feel like.
People don't really know what any of these things mean, you know? Like, people would do $100 bets that players would show up post-roster lock based on their lack of understanding of how the system works. They would gamble with people that demonstrably, you know, understand the system as it, you know, ties into their job.
And even tell them. I've even explained it. Yeah. You know what they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't always force that horse to drink.
I'm a drowned horse. Hey, Cinnabar OW. How you doing?
Someone was really trying to make you drink.
Am I still muted? Yeah, you're still muted. You're still muted. Just open the scoreboard and compare your damage to Bliss's and then get back to me, okay? See you next week.
Did they send you...
cancelled this week?
There you go.
Eh? No.
Gandalf says, did they send you the Moon pre-game interview? No. If he does it, it's going to be the funniest thing ever. What do you mean? Moon say he was going to do something?
I own Bliss's bloodline, mate. I'm done. We'll see how that goes after next week, alright, Cinnabar? We'll see who eats their words. See whether low ping Blissy has got what it takes to stand up to you, you know?
The LPB?
LPB.
Alright, initial ban from Onside Gaming. If you're currently a Liquipedia editor, it's time to open your ears. Onside Gaming have banned Orisa.
Oh, little horse ban on Colosseo. Now Dog's gonna play fucking... Gonna roll... Oh, Lucio ban.
Lucio's been banned by T1.
No, opener. What are you gonna do? You're gonna have to play Brig. Opener Brig versus skewed Brig. This is gonna be Yeah, Irish potato famine levels of starvation before onside gaming. Dark's going to be on Hazard, just flying off the top ropes, shitting on poor little OP.
Poor OP. So Moon said, if they 3-0 Falcons today, they will throw their games to face them in quarters. Do they not get to pick their opponents if they get the top one anyway? I guess that relies on Falcons winning.
Is T1 going to place top?
No, they're just going to go into a seeding tournament. I think he means Moon was talking about playoffs here. As in, I think the implication is Crazy Raccoon would throw the seeding game so now they get to play Falcons in the quarters of playoffs. I think that's the idea, but... it's empty promises and all this, you know? Just a bit of a laugh.
Please trigger warning before talking about potential potato famines. Sorry, to all the Irish in the chat and Marky. Skewed is definitely not playing Brig, says Capitology, as I can see Skewed on Brig in spawn. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Dark playing the Junker Queen again.
Cap.
Yeah, no. That's going to be 5 more hours of unpaid POV watching for you, Cap. Hit the books, mate. Dark rolling out on the Queen yet again. We saw this yesterday from them on Surabasa, and I thought that they were disrespecting their opponent. But apparently, Onside Gaming, a team that they very much respect, they're going to play it into them too. Dark trying to get his horse practice in. Hazard comes swinging in through main right now. Dark has traded Shout, and already Kilo is dead. Oh boy.
Disaster start now on the back foot, all behind attack as well. He's getting hit from all sides, and he's going to go down very quickly. This has been very straightforward for T1. Just running them over right now as they continue with the Viper version of the lineup. Giving him a little bit of a run out here. And it's been all good so far. Onside Gaming very much on the back foot. This time, the Junker Queen into the Hazard probably feels a bit more reasonable. But also, T1 might not be... well, they might be taking the piss.
Yeah, maybe some shades of piss here from T1. But at the end of the day, when you're going up against Onside Gaming, you can afford to at least piss a little bit. You're afforded a little bit of piss. Attack comes flying in off the top rope, but gets knifed by Dark, so he really can't do much of anything. And T1 have already pushed the card so comically far in the minute and 20 seconds that they've had on this map that it's starting to look real dire for Onside Gaming. Even though they're sat up on the high ground with arguably better positions, they seem to be losing the neutral regardless. Attack has the audacity to drop onto the low ground and try to do something, and he will pay with his life. Opener drops as well, but look at this. Skewed already has a rally available, and everybody from Onside is dead. One by one, Onside dropped to the low ground, and one by one, T1 claimed the kills. I thought Dongak died at the start there, but oh yeah, no, everyone had green health because he was shouting himself back from spawn, and Skewed had rallied everyone else.
Yeah, gonna have to wait for Donghak before they really commit to this fight here, T1. Using that rally, which means Onside Gaming do have ult advantage once everything comes online here, but pretty significant marker point already for T1. Addo's going to start on the high ground here. They're going to slow it down into the corridor fight. And really, when the fight is happening around this robot, the Queen is just able to get more damage onto the Hazard. Hit a lot of these knives consistently, disrupt attack, and force the back jump. Really, Onside Gaming needs to find a way to be more proactive here, not to just be stuck fighting this Junker Queen the entire time. Because a slow, pokey fight, the Queen's going to just have multiple knife attempts. For now, though, it's a side fight. They're trying to get in, but Donghak's just going to shout past him, looks at it, goes for the bowler right in front of Donghak, who gets that one, just get traded for it. Ray is going to lose out to the double support op from Onside Gaming. Addo is still in here trying to make sure they get all the cleanup and avoid any trades, and he should be good for it here. So double support op fight is converted by Onside.
At least T1, you know, they're losing a couple of meters now. They're at least making the game competitive by allowing Onside to push back into things. Opener actually winning a rally turn, an incredibly rare sight for him. And good ultimates for the next fight as well. Dark, he does have that rampage though, and that's going to be incredibly difficult to counter unless attack hits Downpour of the Century. Dark actually going very aggressive early on, uses the rampage to dodge attacks Downpour. Addo pulls the blade, Viper pulls the blade as well. But it does seem that T1 are coming out on top of this one. Proud will fall, everyone else will fall from the side of Onside Gaming.
Yeah, Opener thought he was going to live there for a second, but Viper's going to give him the bag. Make sure he knows how it stands. T1 have to use all of their ults. His attack is going to go on to the Queen mirror now. So we get Queen versus Queen, Genji versus Genji as Onside Gaming have to try and reclaim control of the robot. They're on the low ground now though, T1, so it's a better position for Kilo to work with. Viper's going to try and challenge that a little bit. Then the drop comes in, lots of damage onto the backline. Addo deletes them on that shout timing now. Proud's good for one trade, as is Viper, so not out of it yet, but free for Addo now, as attack has the HP advantage on the Queen as well. Should be good for the Viper clean up. OP steals the ace. And onside, get another chance.
I quite like this from Attack, just matching up, square up in the mirror. Forget about Dark, he's not the best queen in the world, he's no Hanbin, so Attack, you're good for that. I feel like Attack is a consistently underrated tank on all of these off tanks, on all of these ground tanks. Never really feels like he's been the problem on onside, nor did he feel like the problem on NRG Shock, to be fair, unless of course he was on Orisa. He was fucking terrible at Orisa. But let's not dwell on that. Proud gets bolted twice by Kilo, once again Kilo cementing himself as the best Freya in all of South Korea. And now the swing is on for Onside Gaming. Shout invested, Bolt splashing onto Vigilante, no kill converted, it's only a single, but just a constant kite from T1. They're down a player right now, they're just trying to play life and wait for Proud to get back in the mix. Dongak taking a lot of damage, eats a knife on the chin as well, but Onside Gaming, they're going to start playing underneath, they're slowing things down.
Trying to edge the card towards the payloads here. It's going to be Proud swinging around to get an angle on that. Doghat's going to drop down. Shouts are traded. Coming through right now. Skewed has the rally if they need it. But Onside Gaming, they're trying to play slow, bait out the ults, but T1 aren't falling for it. They've stabilized it. And it's actually Onside who wants to flip back onto the high ground now for this next fight. But here comes Proud with the swing. Looking for his opportunity. Bowler comes out onto his frontline trade. Attack takes a huge chunk of damage. Bash in the front as well. No escape from him. And the rally looks good. Opener is on the run, but there's no way out here. They should be able to catch the Juno on her exit as well. And they'll regain control. Move the cart back over to Onside side of the map.
Oh, goodbye, Irony. And Onside, look, next turn, there's going to be a big swing for them. They're going to have the double support ult. They're going to have the Rampage. Skewed, crucially, does not have the rally to counter out Attack's Rampage. So much available for Onside Gaming, but it would have been nice if Onside could actually get the checkpoint there. But there's still pretty significant advantage for T1 right now. Big ult fight, close spawns potentially threatening being turned on yet again. But Onside can fight fast here. They can try and block the card from pushing. And you can see T1, they're not even going to try and fight forward. They're not even going to try and get meters without winning a fight here on the low ground. It's just too hard to push up the slope. Everyone is waiting right now, though. Nobody wants to pull the trigger first. Very conservative positions from both sides. Shout from Dark. Rally from Opener. What is going on right now? So many ults have been popped. In comes the anti. Dark and Viper are caught, but Viper's pulled the blade. He's found a kill onto Attack regardless. Bolt splashes onto him, but he will not die. Addo pulls his own blade now. Dark with the counter of his own. And the anti is so good. Addo, Kilo, Irony all go down with the assistance of Dark's Rampage. Onside, they used everything they had there, but could not find the value. T1 was down an ultimate, and they still come out on top.
When Attack hit that Rampage, it caught Viper, who was blading at the time, so it should in theory have been the perfect thing they needed, but Viper still gets a kill and gets out. Meanwhile, when Donghack gets his opportunity, good for free, nails that one. A few more meters for T1, as I don't know if they're going to commit to this. They're just picking their players up from spawn still as well, but yeah, they're back to full strength now, and we'll just be a neutral on this corner as Addo is going to play in the window area, looking for a chance to get onto one of his backline.
Oh, OP's been caught already. Bowler shot comes out from Proud. He misses the bowler, but he lands the bolt, and Irony now has 5 HP and a Dream. Let's see if Dreams can get Irony over the line. It appears it can, actually, as he will find a kill onto Skewed. Nothing for Viper, but already the damage is done. T1, this is going to stop their snowball. Attack dies on the cart. A few more meters will be conceded, but Skewed and Proud both back spawn. This is crucial. Onside should be able to get back into this one and force T1 to kite this out.
Yeah, we'll just take what meters they can here, T1, before dropping down and resetting. I think they're back to, yeah, 3 now. You can see the 2 players just behind Donghack as he drops out in this window. They'll regroup on the low ground. It'll be another fight in the corridor. Skewed will have the rally. Attack is getting close to that Rampage, but chance to just take the fight with rally. Yeah, they're going to stall it underneath. They can just go with the rally now. Attack doesn't quite have it yet. And Opener is just there, absolutely bulldozed as soon as Skewed pops that opportunity. Attack's found a kill in the back, but they're still in a lot of trouble versus this rally, and this is going to be a much cleaner fight. Desperate for another trade if Attack can find it, but it's just going to be a slow death on point for him, I think. And now, even more meters for T1.
Such a tough fight for Onside there. Poor little Opener winding up under the 18-wheeler of Skewed's rally. Just gets plowed and turned into basically a puff of red mist. Attack's coming back into the mix now with a Rampage. A bit ahead of Donghak, but needs the angle. Viper already taking huge damage. Bowler comes out from Kilo, but no kill converted. No ultimates invested from either side yet. Oh, God. Viper has just taken Addo for a ride. Pulls the blade. Donghak pulls the anti. Everybody is antied on the side of T1 as well. Attack hit a massive one, but no kills converted whatsoever. And that, I mean, that's basically the map right there, Xavier.
Yeah, looking at a full push now. They have the raid to finish it. I don't think anyone's going to get the touch. Opener's going to throw himself. Addo's going to throw himself at it, but the raid deletes him, and there's going to be no second touch. Is there? No, back on the Doom Fist. Boops off from Skewed. It goes through. T1 good for the second map, and fully dominant here.
Oh, this is the second map, not the third?
It's the second map, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I got a little lost. I started to feel myself drifting towards bed, like, a cartoon character floating towards a pie in a window. But it can happen. Hey, Anta, when the partner skins releases, will all the players be exclusively be using the SSG skins, or can they use other team skins? I have no fucking idea. I don't even know where the partner skins are. We're
I'll have a
like
look.
2/3 of the way through the year almost.
I'll have a look now.
Yeah, can you check the internal rulebook on partner skins, please?
I'm just trying to find the partner skin first.
Ah. Well, what I heard is that the
Maybe
developers of the game unionized, so this may be contributing. Ha! Squid earned 3,200 trophies in Match Masters. I didn't realize if you look at the dashboard on Stream Elements, you can actually see the events for specific users.
Oh, really?
On your sponsor. Yeah, I'm scrolling through the dashboard right now, and yeah, Frankie Tanky 22, 3,200 trophies. Cat 2, 3, 4, 5, 1,100. I can't believe that guy's playing it too. Come on.
Of course.
Of course. Commander X earned 1,700 trophies? Oh,
Of course,
my god.
mate. Well, yesterday when we were just hanging out, I was just like, killing the time, matching some masters.
Cried. Actually cried.
Wait. Juby, who was playing from when I did the promotion, has got... Is that 81,000? Jesus, Juby.
No!
Jesus, Juby.
Mate.
What? How high is your
If
rank?
Juby's up to... If she's up to 81k, she's probably earned you $100 on the sponsorship.
I might have come in too late. I don't know, hold on. Let me...
Oh shit. How long did your campaign last?
It was 30 days.
Juby's an actual Juby's a stay-at-home mom. Like, Juby, you are the mother of 3. You are the ultimate target demographic.
She's also the ultimate grandmaster, rank-wise.
Can't wait for my Kevster end skin in 4 months. Aga bounce.
Wait, actually, yeah, no, I did. I've got a redemption for someone earning... Oh my god. Oh, actually, Juby, appreciate this so much. Yeah, hold on.
You see how much she's earned you? Because she's up to 60,000 trophies?
I'll send you a screenshot, yeah. Honestly, Juby, outrageous hustle for this.
Can we get anyone hopelessly addicted to this mobile game? I would love to see the
Juby
fruits of your labor in 25
has set the
days.
bar for addiction. I'll send it in admin, Juby. I'll send it to you as well, Max. Honestly, Juby, some of your best work.
Cried. Juby, you are good people. I reckon Squid's on track for that. Squid's been perma-playing all the time. Like,
You know how he said there was like, that you and I we're in the target demographic? Juby also in the target demographic as well, just to further provide more evidence that susceptibility goes up with age.
Yeah. Once you turn 30, your ability to fall for a Candy Crush ripoff just completely, skyrockets.
It's just too tempting. You work from home as
just
well.
A bit more
It's actually. Oh my god! If I hadn't, because when I had an office job, there wasn't really as much going on, Like you just you'd have to just sit around and talk to your work colleagues a lot. But if now, oh my god, if I had a good mobile game when I had an office job where I could work from home, fuck. I'd be pouring that time in.
I'll do it if I get a third.
J-word.
J asterisk B.
Yeah, sorry for the J-word, everyone. Sorry.
Yeah, please don't trigger me.
Wait, Viper was still on this roster? Yeah, it's a fair question, Vibe, honestly, but yeah.
Take the fucking piss. Viper comes in for a little bit of Genji action, bit of Symmetra. Just went all in on T1 this map. I expect millions in return. Everyone gamble in the chat. Make sure that Capitology's return on investment is massive.
My Preds are currently at 98% in favour of T1.
Yeah, mine are at more than 99% in favour of T1. 973 to 101k. Somebody has to put some money on onside right now. The odds are simply too good. The odds are better than 100 to 1, guys. Like, come on.
Lost my job 8
It's a
months
good bet,
ago, so a bit
fundamentally.
bored. I mean, honestly, Match Masters might be the game for you.
Yeah, no, if you've been unemployed for 8 months, don't get a job. Play Match Masters instead. Just when you play Match Masters, be sure to install my referral code. That's crucial.
Crucial.
Viper and Zest having a who can do less on flex DPS off? Drake. Oh, come on. Didn't you see the end there? Viper just putting it in poor little Addo. Fucking, he's good for it.
Oh.
Zest into Donut! Put your points on onside. Close the threads right now. Close the threads right now.
Let's see that 98% go down, shall we? Anyone, any believers? Because if you weren't sure if they were taking the piss before T1, the piss has been confirmed. It's undeniable now.
Yes. Wait, Donut is
on
Viper.
DPS!
Donut is on DPS. He's him. He's him. Oh my goodness. I love that. They make him swap computers too.
Yeah.
Like, he's just stony faced. Fuck off. Why did I say anything? You did this, Cap. You did this. Oh, Matchmaster sound. Class.
Didn't Zest recently hit all rolls at champ or something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, confess to say, yeah,
You can-
yeah. I feel like I saw
You can be
that.
champ on all roles and still be mid, mate. Like, come on.
But is mid enough to be onside gaming?
Probably, yeah.
The odds are up to 26% now for onside gaming from their 2%. The final map of the group stage. And it's going to be a bladder emptying competition.
Who can piss further? God, I hope this ruins the Preds. I hope onside get a map. They deserve it. Give OP his lick. Come on.
Put 100k on onside, going to be rich. A true believer.
Wait,
all right, onside
I'm gonna
gaming.
get some water. I need
You
to
do it,
fill my
mate.
bladder for this piss off.
Onside gaming have banned Juno. Obviously, you have to factor in what are the correct tank bans against Zest. An Orisa ban here. So what are they trying to set Zest up for? Hazard? Like a Kiri Lucio Hazard? You can't target ban? Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Anyone know Zest and Donghack's respective hero pools here?
A few glasses of water here. There's a lot of piss to go around.
You think Donghack's a Sojourn player? Tracer hit scan. Okay. Cap reckons ball.
Huh?
We're guessing what heroes we're going to get out of the two role swappers.
Sojin. Oh, I got a sub. Cheers, Poop the Bed 7. Yeah, nice, Hardy. Nice. And a Masters Monday to you too. I've got 4 big glasses of water here so that I can well and truly fill my bladder by the time these teams are done pissing on each other.
You've actually turned up for a piss-taking contest.
Yeah, it's a piss-taking contest. You'll have to believe me. I can't hold all 4 of them at once. I'm a bit special, but yeah, happy Masters Monday. So, shall I start the first glass when the map starts or right now, you know?
Now, I think you need like a warm-up. Are they pints? How big are the glasses?
Yeah, they're like pint glasses. Or like a little bit less than a pint. They're IKEA metric.
Yeah, I can start one now.
A bit less than a pint. Yeah, I'll put one away now.
Oh, they got a little knitted T1 scarf with zest on it.
Alright, that's one.
You are hammering those.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
It is, I mean,
Get ready for the great...
it is quite, I know.
piss off.
I mean, it is quite literally a piss off, so...
Yeah. We're having a pissing contest on stage right now. I'm not going to get showed up by fucking Dongak. Like...
Alright.
Kappa was...
Up to 40% for onside gaming.
We're at 70k versus 360k. That feels like a lot less than 30%. Feels like maybe a 20% at best.
One of the top 3 tanks right now, soon to be Zest.
Dark on the sim. Probably going to swap to, I don't know, a Tracer or a Genji, I suppose. It's Tracer. It's a main tank on Tracer for all of the marbles. Onside Gaming, bizarrely playing their real roster. Zest on the Hazard. This is something that many a DPS player tends to be good at. Kilo swings, Kilo dies. Many such cases. So that's already a one-player advantage for T1. No thanks to Dark and Zest. Just a classic case of Freya difference. Never before have we seen that on the patch, really. Tracer, Dongak creeping in from the side. He's behind Dopey OP right now. But Vigi and Skewed have both gone down. Looks like Dongak's not quite getting it done. Dongak also has no recall here, and he's going to go down as well. Addo, the old dog, his tricks.
Proud is trying so hard right now. Zest is on the hunt. Proud's 1 HP on the floor. It's a 2v2. Proud's going to run into a bit of trouble. Just managed to get the Mega. His flip going the way of onside gaming, but Zest can contest this. He's going to get back onto point. Donghack's with him there now as well. Attack fighting this. Defensive wall up. Wall's going to be traded. Attack's getting pincered a little bit here. Suzu has been forced as Zest tries to push for HP advantage. Donghack is getting involved in the back as well. Attack is continually on the back foot. No escape. And Zest gets the better of him there. And that'll be first flip going the way of T1.
First flip goes the way of T1 after a very protracted first fight. Dongak just duking it out over on the side. He's already got himself a pulse bomb. Kilo's 45% to his pulse bomb adjacent ult because he's done nothing but get turbo gapped by Proud all round long. Irony over on the side, just poking his way up, healing up attack a little bit as onside try to slowly stage for this next fight. No support ultimates online, no tank ultimates online. In fact, no ultimates online whatsoever. And T1, they've got the double pulse bomb combo available at any given moment. It's not much of a combo, it's more of just 2 ultimates that vaguely resemble the pulse. Dark is already incredibly low though, and appears to have to back up. Attack is just fighting front, but Zest is losing his turn. That's lots of spike blocks spent already.
Polar out. Donghack finds a pick onto Opener in the back as well. Might be a second one for Donghack here. Gets the melee. 2 for Donghack. Looking for the clean up. The post bomb is clean. Dies for it afterwards, but triple for Donghack. Tasty on it, and now T1 are looking set for this first point.
Dongak, good for 3 in this fight. Even when his aim looks a little bit subpar for the average DPS player, he's still seemingly good for 3 kills in the backline of onside gaming. And much as you can set your watch to it, Opener manages to go down first in all of the crucial moments. Irony, Opener, both closing on their own ultimates at this point, but god, onside gaming, 100 owed by Dongak, Tracer, Zest, Hazard. Come on, guys, do better. Got a little bit of a scrap up here on the high ground as Zest once again is having his spike block drained very low. Attack just keeps taking the tank fight though. He needs to angle for backliners more. Stop wasting your time with Zest.
Presence out there. Pete's going to come through from both teams. Downpour out, looking for this one. No one seems to be locked up, but maybe actually takes down Opener and all of that. And the ult trade goes massively in favour of T1 here. Donghack looking for the final bits to clean up, but that was decisive in the end there from T1. That was 3 for 3. I think Bowler even thrown in from Kilo as well. So the entire bank from onside gaming to lose for fight.
Very expensive fight for onside. Can we get some numbers? I feel like we're a little out of sync. Donghack just killed Addo.
So 15, 16, 17, 18, he's a percent, 19, 20, 21, 22.
We're sync now. Yeah, I was a couple ahead. Oh, that was the whole bank for onside gaming. Every single ultimate spent in that scrap up on the high ground. That means that next turn, T1 are going to have the pulse, they're going to have the bowler. Onside gaming, up shit creek, and they do not have a paddle. Suzuki already invested. Everybody from T1 crashing out into their spawn. So aggressive. Zest, Proud, Dongak, all securing kills. Opener trying to wall ride his way to the enemy team spawn at this stage. Kilo touches the point. Kilo dies comically late. OP continuing the world tour.
Well, you know, what is life if you can't stop and smell the roses at certain points, right? So Opener takes a moment there, collects himself, enjoys the view, and will regroup with his team for another neutral as we go into this retake here. Proud is peeking up early as Zest goes in. Damage coming through onto attack here, and it's Donghack in the back has taken down Kilo. They've lost Zest though, so tank advantage for onside to walk forward with. They've still got Donghack behind. He has Pulse, he has Recall. He's going to keep his position behind right now, and T1 are going to go for a late contest here. They can still spread out, and actually, oh, they don't touch. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No touch from Onside Gaming, just an aggressive spawn camp from T1. 2-0 lead, 2-0 map score in the series. This is the start of how all great reverse sweeps occur, though, from this position. Donghack in the back with a pulse. Yep. A top 3 Tracer and a top 3 Lucio on the same team in T1. Really impressive. Really impressive indeed. Irony nearly has a Kitsune rush. Will be able to push out onto the point with that, but here's Donghack in the back behind Kilo. Gets his head ripped clean off by Kilo, actually. The kid can still aim. Vigilante does to Kilo as well, and it does look like by getting off Freya and just getting onto a hero that he actually played in 2022, Kilo is showing a little bit more value. T1, 0 ultimates invested, but an easy fight win for Onside Gaming there.
Yeah, really happy with that one, just getting it for free. T1 are still going to come back with both support ults in a little bit, but Onside Gaming have the mirror. Last time we had this matchup, both of the support ults, everyone laid it on top of each other for both teams, and it was the downpours that made a bit of a difference. Very similar situation here, but Proud also has the bowler to throw in as well. Kilo's going to be looking behind for Donghack right now, has that full rail ready to go. Walking forward now as they continue us trade in. Slide in from Kilo, the beat to keep going. Hindered, hit by the bowler, but will be okay actually. Now the downpour comes out, locks up for Freya. That's going to be Proud going down for sure. Downpour makes the difference in attack's favour this time. Zest is still holding on to his right now as him and Donghack are still trying to find kills on the coast here. But no such luck. And Onside Gaming, good for a second fight.
He's being hunted, but I don't think they're going to be able to find that kill. Zest is coming back with the downpour. Vigilante gripping him in spawn, kind of speed up the proceedings just a little bit. There is going to be a definite retake here for T1. They are going to get bodies on the point. Onside Gaming, they're trying to hold forward, trying to poke, but it looks like T1 are actually winning this trade, and Opener is pre-fighted. A classic case of Opener in a crucial moment dying first for no fucking reason. Vigilante nearly finds himself traded out, though. Proud as well, incredibly low, but skewed. Top 3 Lucio in Korea, boops attack off the map. And that's going to be a free retake for T1. They don't need their Dark. They don't need to use an ultimate. Take the fucking piss.
Nice break for T1 there, gets them back in control. Zest still has the downpour advantage here as well. It's going to be Kilo to retake with the overclock though, so expect Zest to try and make that overclocked life as difficult as possible as he tries to swing with this. Kilo wants to go left-hand side right now, but Tracer hiding in the corner has to deal with that. But the whole team is with Kilo, so he will be escorted successfully to the enemy side of the map as they try and flip it. Team are going to pivot back as they dive in. Kilo with the overclock now tries to avoid the downpour. Looks like he's good for it as well. They are flooding in to try and get the kill. Shoot is low, but gets away. Kilo does get a kill eventually onto Proud. They've pivoted over to point as well. Donghack is trying to stall it out. Kilo deals with that, but they lost attack going in. Now Zest is coming back. Tank advantage and full pocket. They do give a flip though, so there's pressure on. Kilo's still good for it. Vigilante's going to move back towards the point, but Onside Gaming, they can play for another fight.
Such an important flip, but in comes Zest. He's all over Kilo. The counter dive is good. Can they keep Kilo alive? Oh, save Private Kilo. No! Oh my god. Onside Gaming. This is the final fight here and now. Donghack's in the back. He's on opening. He's chasing him down. Vigilante has the rush. Double support is available for T1, but it's just not going to matter. T1, they've done it. Onside Gaming have 98% of a hazard ult, but no chance of a touch. And they're going to 3-0 here. 3-0 in the series, 3-0 on Surabasa, Zest on Tank and Donghack on Tracer. Just the ultimate form of disrespect to their former teammate Opener. As Onside Gaming gets sent to, what is it, LCQ, relegation?
LCQ.
Comlo, Pisslow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pisslow, I've still got 2 glasses of water here to put away before I turn up the
You
stream.
actually, but Surabasa was so quick. Really set you back in this pissing contest as we get the, what was it? A roll sweep? A roll swap sweep?
Yeah, I want to see the handshakes. I want to see the handshakes. Yes, Viper, player of the match. Don't give it to Donghack. The man that played multiple roles and was in for map 3. Viper got benched for fucking Donghack on map 3.
Just when Viper's finally getting a chance in the team.
How many more watches are there?
Spot.
There's no matches left, but I'm going to do reruns of the previous matches, so don't you worry your little head if you're here to get your OWCS drops, mate.
Alright, so the onside gaming result isn't in, but it's not going to change their position. They're still going to be in 8th place, which means they do continue to the next round. But, you know, they're going to start in the lowest seed for it. Crazy Raccoon, AG, T1, Zeta, in that order, will get top 4. Falcons and Old Ocean get the better spots for second life in the last chance qualifier. Pokerfacer and Onside Gaming have to play for the lower bracket, only get 1 life each.
I love reruns. See you at 3:30. Cap, can you just wake up at 3:30 and I sleep in? Because I told Chris that I would watch a POV with him as well before. So, like, really just, if you could do that too, like, if you could figure out what I was planning to tell Chris and just take it from there, that would be fucking fantastic, mate, because I really CBA. Already got him, just haven't really watched? Okay, well, I'm going to rerun today's games.
네, 오늘의
Right
마지막
now?
경기 T1이 3대 0으로
There's a week break
축하드립니다.
for Korea, for those asking about the schedule. A week
네,
break.
축하드립니다. 오늘의 BOTM은 바이퍼 선수가 차지하게 됐는데요.
Yeah.
아,
Are you doing any more streamings over?
Wait, no, there isn't a week break. There's a week break at some point, I think, between seeding and playoffs, sorry.
오늘 승리 소감 들어볼게요.
No, I'm going to go off for a few hours and then come back for EMEA. So I'll send everyone to
Is it
you.
same
for the
time as
results.
yesterday?
Yeah.
이겨서 다행이다라는 말이
Okay.
어디서 나왔을까? 좀 이따가 얘기를 해보도록
make sure I
하고요.
got it right.
자, T1 여러
There is no week break. Is this a rerun? It's a
No,
work
the
in
week
progress.
break is
It's a
afterwards,
work in
no?
progress.
I swear there's a week break.
하지만 증명해냈습니다. 점점 이제
Have I been
성장하는
tricked by
모습
Craig again?
좀 라운드 로빈
Craig is a pathological liar. The only thing that Craig was true about was the 5 cardboard skins he gave me.
팀원들이랑 얘기.
No, Craig is a truthsayer.
그리고 뭐
There is a week break.
조합 같은 것도 잘
Grow up!
짜가지고
Whoever said
마음에
that in
드는 것
in
기분
Twitch
좋고.
chat.
네, 그렇습니다. 자, 그리고 오늘 얘기를 꼭 하고 넘어가야 됩니다. 탱스트, 딜동학 어떻게
Alright,
된 일인가요?
I'm gonna queue up my rerun, get it going, gonna get
아웃,
myself some good sleep so I can show up tomorrow morning, and,
CG가 잘못
well,
나간 거
you know,
아닌가라고
hopefully take it
생각했거든요.
to Supernova, a team that came through
동아이가
relegation.
이때 아니면
Fingers
절대 안
crossed,
된다고.
eh?
반드시
I'm keeping
보여줘야
my fingers
된다고.
crossed for you, mate. You'll be alright for that.
Please, it's like Christopher with his game, you know, you gotta cross your fingers. This is
2대0으로
bliss.
이긴 김에
Alright,
동아이랑
see you tomorrow,
해봐라
folks.
했는데
I'll queue up
잘
the rerun.
이겨가지고 잘된 거 같아.
오늘 동네 있어 평가를 하자면 어떨까요?
일단 스킨이 좀 마음에 들더라고요. 뭐 하트의 영웅인가? 좀 이쁜 거 같고
네.
그거 말고는 모르겠습니다.
아,
Alright.
스킨 말고는 잘 모르겠다.
Let's,
코멘트하겠다 들어봤습니다. 아, 그리고 탱스트.
Let's quieten down Viper for now. And let's, yeah, we'll be back for EMEA NA later. Not the most high profile games, but still decent games. We'll see if Twisted Minds are able to get it over Gen G. It's going to be Quick versus Alcad. SSG Supernova, and the last one I'm forgetting is it Ducks against GK? Alright. It might actually be a quick one tonight, but we'll still have a good time. So, I'll send you over to Hunter, and I'll see all you guys in a bit.